big-time move here, Gary.
Talk about elevating the linker. Jermaine Griffin says, well, if Kobe can't do it, maybe it's my turn to take over. I'm the second leading scorer on this team.
Yo, 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 what's good? What's good? It's your boy Mel from Queens with Mel from Queens Sports Talk, WGJS Radio, Our World Media Network. So you already know what it is. Thank y'all for tuning in on this wonderful Saturday, June 10th. Got a couple guests with me, yo. Got my brother, my twin brother, Maine, a.k.a. Can throw the name out there?
Yes, sir.
The main attraction.
You already
Good,
know.
man. Everything all right?
Everything's good, man.
Probably,
Happy
that's the
to
guy.
be here.
It's the guy you seen in the intro. He said, "Yo, Kobe Bryant, Jermaine Griffin about to take over. Kobe Bryant can't do it." So I was glad to have him, in the building, man. You know what I mean?
The takeover, the break's over, man. That's what it is.
All right. Then we got another guest. It's always here from family, familiar face, Malcolm. You already know what it is. We in the building.
I'm here to iron all the wrinkles out. Let's get it straight.
Let's go.
Then we got Joel. You already know Joel.
Hi.
He might tap in for a little bit. We don't know if he's gonna tap in for the whole time. We got to see how he holding up, but it's all good. It's all good. So look, we gonna get right into it. But before we get right into it, what y'all think about these NBA finals?
Oh, what did you say?
What y'all think about these NBA finals?
Well, I don't know where to start personally, but I'm kind of familiar with the Nuggets, and they're playing up their potential for a change.
Wait. How are you familiar with the Nuggets? You sound a little hype right now, man.
No.
You got something to say?
Oh, hey,
You got come on,
5280. You know what I mean? That's a mile high, bro.
All right. That's what you're saying.
You see, I got that orange and blue Broncos on.
All right. So he's saying that we got
even though we don't say Broncos on.
we got a representative from the Mile High. Is what we saying?
Yes.
Oh, man.
Born and bred here. You know what I mean? So,
yeah. How long y'all been waiting for this, man?
Man, a minute. We go all the way back. I go all the way back to the ABA days. Mm-hmm. Before there was the Nuggets, there was the Rockets, and then they changed the name to the Nuggets, and they were one of the top-notch teams in the ABA with David Thompson, Dan Issel, all them, and then they swapped over to the NBA, and David Thompson had his issues with that white powder.
Oh yeah,
and everything went downhill from there. Over the years, the team has always been a decent team, off and on, but they just never had the type of ownership that was serious about getting the ring.
Right.
So we was always one of those, another one of the teams that the Lakers knocked off, or the Spurs knocked off, or
Oh yeah,
Houston
I know.
knocked off, yeah.
I remember the year.
I think timing is everything, man. I think that right now, just the timing, they want to see somebody new in the league, and basically LeBron is on his way out.
Yeah, he's there's
only so much you could do with Bron right now.
Right.
And then Steph, of course, he won last year.
Right.
So he's still doing his thing. So now it's like, okay, Giannis won one. So now it's time for the new young core to start taking control of the league and building their legacies. True. And start having that conversation of when LeBron came out and he started winning, they start having that GOAT debate or who's the best ever debate. So now, Jokic going off of 2 MVPs.
Yeah, it's not like they haven't earned it though.
It's about to be a Finals MVP. So now they're gonna start talking. They're gonna start comparing him to Akeem Olajuwon, Shaq, dudes like Kareem, because the numbers he putting up is historic.
It's crazy.
So
it's crazy.
It's not like you could put him in a category and say, "Yo, who did this?" It's like he putting up the numbers Shaq put up and Kareem put up when it comes to points and rebounds, but nobody ever put up those assists as a big man. So just to average a triple-double in the finals on a big stage is historic. And we're looking at history right now.
Especially as a center.
So with that being said, right, all right, so the Nuggets going to win, okay, whatever.
Wait.
I know it's coming, man. I know it's coming.
We could bask in that in the Denver for a couple more minutes, man. You know what I mean? Let's enjoy that.
I feel the heat already coming, man. I know it's coming.
Nah, but yeah, I mean, I said if Denver make the finals against the Heat, I feel like Denver was going to win. I feel like
Denver's winning 4-1.
Right. So I picked them to beat the Heat, but I said against if they would have played Boston,
that would have been
a different matchup because
your matchup would have been different.
Yeah, because what happens is if you playing against Boston, you got two players that's like 6'7" wings and they wingspan. You could put on Jamal Murray. You could take turns with like Tatum.
Right.
You could take turns with Jaylen Brown. You already got Marcus Smart. So you could throw different defensive like matchups at Murray.
Murray, yeah.
But you still got White and you still got Horford. You know what I mean for your man Jokic.
Yeah.
So I feel like if you could try to control one of them, and with Murray probably be like the head of the snake, then I feel like Boston would have had a chance to beat them.
I gotta interject because the reason why I say
Like
when you go to the finals, you go to the finals for a reason. So we can't go if.
Yeah,
you
that's
can't be
true.
doing ifs because you can't say if Boston was there because they couldn't even beat the Heat.
Right.
So if
So
you
they
can't
would've
beat the
got
Heat,
swept.
if you can't beat the Heat, then I'm giving you credit for being no Nuggets. You ain't beating the Nuggets. And the reason why I don't put too much stock in the Celtics beating the Nuggets or controlling Murray is because last year Curry was the Finals MVP, and they played Boston.
Yeah.
Right. So it was Marcus Smart there, the defender, right?
Yeah.
It was Jaylen Brown there, that's the defender, right? You got Tatum, that's the defender, right?
Yeah.
You see the incredible job that Horford did on Embiid, right? The Warriors ain't had no big man. So you put all those together and they still lost last year in the finals.
But Murray and Curry play a different style game. Like Curry, he could play without the basketball. He could play off a lot of screens. He got a lot of pick and roll. And as soon as he catches the ball, he's splashing about 10 threes a game. So and he can step out a little further than Murray. So Murray, he's good. Like I said, like it's similar styles. So I can see, but for a defender, sometimes like they are more on ball defenders. Like you see people like maybe like some of the best defenders, like I hate playing against Miller or certain players because they got to run through screens like the whole game. So I'd rather take my chances with like a person that's on the ball. And you know what I mean, I can use that wingspan versus sometimes like riding around.
But like your brother said though, we can't play ifs because
Oh yeah, facts.
Was it if it was a fifth, we'd all be drunk.
My question is this, right?
Right.
So we talking about Murray, and we talking about these Celtics guarding Murray, right?
Yeah.
Wasn't it Vincent and Struz that was going on the Celtics?
Right.
So if you can't control these guys, what makes you think you're going to be able to control a Murray, right?
Well,
what I like about Denver is their size, right? So if you look at Jokic, right, at the center, and then you got Michael Porter Jr., then you got Aaron Gordon at power forward, Michael Porter at the small forward. They can interchange their positions.
Right.
That's huge. That size right there.
But let me
just
say this
alone.
though. Let me just interject because you got to understand we've been playing basketball our whole life.
Right.
So we know certain teams might pose a different matchup for another team. So in theory, what you're saying it sound good, but you could play. Like, I could right now lose to him all the time, but be smacking everybody else.
But see,
he could be losing to me all the time, right? Mm-hmm. But only be like, he might be losing to me and him all the time. I'll be beating everybody else. So sometimes like matchups do matter. So we can't like act like matchups don't matter.
It matters, but breaking it down to like maybe something everybody can understand. Einstein said that nothing exists faster than the speed of light. That's a theory, just like your theory. But until we actually do it, it's just words. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Well, technically, it'd be a hypothesis first.
Yeah.
To become a theory, you have to do the test.
Right.
The matchups are like one of the most important parts because there were so many times when they put LeBron on Curry and Curry couldn't do nothing.
Yeah, I mean, LeBron is a huge guy.
The kid got a point.
Right, LeBron is a huge guy. So my question is, when it comes to
that's my point. So that was what I was getting at.
But it's not like, coaches. It's not like you can't game plan for LeBron guarding Curry because all I gotta do is run the screen, right, and get Curry off of me.
But I'm saying is like, what I'm saying is that what you're saying is true. What you're saying is true. Mm-hmm. But what I'm saying is basketball. Murray play a completely different style than Curry. So sometimes it's easier to guard a person that's going to dribble all day versus a person you can't take your eyes off. Like you chase him to a screen, and then you get a backdoor pick, and then he backdoor something else. So it's like you steady when you move. You can't use your length. You can't use your width. Right. You can't use your size. You can't use your height in those situations. Only thing you try to do is like use your speed and hope you can get your hand out in time. But if I'm on you, you seeing all is 6'7" and 6'8", where as far as Curry, he don't got to play that way. Get the ball to Draymond.
One thing.
Getting to what you said about Boston matching up against Denver. The main reason I feel Boston didn't get past Miami is because Boston got out coached. Because they definitely had better talent. Miami went in and beat Boston at home the first 2 games. I couldn't believe it. They got out coached. So with that being said, if Boston would have got past Miami and wound up against the Nuggets, once again, with the adjustments, what the coach be able to do, because you know that coach they have in Boston, he's still young and he's suspect. I think he's a good coach, but he's young and he's still learning the ropes. Because like last night, the smartest thing Denver's coach did in a while in that fourth quarter, when Miami just went balls to the wall on defense on Murray, he said, just take the ball out of his hands and let's see who else can do something. And Brown went off. And Miami was so focused on Murray, they just let Brown run rampant.
But that's my point. That goes back to my point as far as the Nuggets, right? So when you look at the Nuggets team, right, they more similar to the Warriors than you think. The reason why I say that is because it's all about ball movement, right?
Right.
So that's why Jokic, they run a lot through Jokic, right? But if you watch the Nuggets, they get a lot of backdoor slip plays.
Yes, they do.
Because it's about ball movement, right? Compared to when you watch the Celtics play. So my thing is, they so trying to make Tatum the next guy that there's really no offensive chemistry, which leads to lack of defense. Because when you watch the Celtics play, it's like having 2 Hardens on the team. Because to me, it seems like Tatum trying to live up to the hype, and Jaylen Brown feels that he's just as good, if not better.
So he's trying to do
So Tatum is trying to live up to this hype, and he like, yo, we got to win this together. But sometimes they clash because Tatum want to show that he's the best player in the league,
right?
And Brown is like, look, I'm just as good. I'm killing you in practice. I'm not there, but what I see is Brown has got the idea of I'm killing you in practice. You can't guard me, and I can't guard you. You just got the league behind you. I don't got the league behind me. And I think in the offense, sometimes you see them it's like.
No, I was going to say to add to that is that, and you see that a lot because the one thing that, so when you look at like players like, just say that, we already know like the motto of that's like Jordan and Pippen. Mm-hmm. But Pippen, a lot of times, had the ball in his hand more than Jordan. Jordan might have got the ball like later on the shot clock, down on the, on the paint, you know what I mean? Down there in the box, you know what I'm saying? Like down the stretch and stuff like that. But when you look like who controlled the ball, it was more Pippen. But as far as like you said, it's like a lot of times with Boston, it looked like OKC back in the day. Your turn, my turn. Your turn, my turn. And that was one of the stumbling blocks that got in, you know what I mean, OKC way. That's why when it was easy for KD to fit in, because he had jump shooters in Golden State.
He had to do no work.
Yeah, he had jump shooters.
He had to do nothing.
But it was perfect for, like me, like, of course.
All KD had to do is show up.
Right. But the reason why,
and
because.
Shoot the ball.
And shoot the ball every now and then.
Because that fit his strength. Not his strength, but that was one of his strengths. Like, he can shoot and he can dribble the ball. With OKC, he didn't have those solid shooters. Everybody had to get theirs off the ball. So it's like you clog in the middle. Who turn is it you go? Where as far as like with Golden State, like Clay can play without the ball, and Steph can play without the ball, and KD can play without the ball. So Draymond was racking his assists up all day.
Mm-hmm. But and then I mean going back to the finals, once again going to the theory, even if Boston had a way to figure out Jamal Murray, they still have to deal with Jokic. Nobody in the league's better.
Well, Jokic didn't have a good. See, my thing is this: as a coach, you can live with Aaron Gordon in the game he had, because your thing is this: we want to stop. Your goal is this: prove to me that Aaron Gordon can beat me. So if he would have played bad, that works in our favor. So sometimes, as a coach, you set your game plan and you hope it worked, but I'd rather Aaron Gordon beat me than just let Murray and Westland get too much. It sounds kind of crazy, but
see, and the problem with the Heat is they only got one playmaker, which is Jimmy. So the only playmaker on that team is Jimmy. So when they trap him and put all that pressure on Jimmy, Kyle Lowry come off the bench, or Kyle Lowry will give him some solid minutes at point guard when he start, or come off the bench.
I don't know why
but he's not in his prime. So he's more like a role player But because of the finals and the playoffs, they depended on him a little more
than
just like, like you watch like certain role play, like Kerr could come in a game, and one game he could play 16 minutes, and then the next game he could play no minutes, right? Where if you need Kyle Lowry a little more minutes than you really want to focus on. Like if you had Oladipo, if you had Hero, if you had those players, those guys will help Jimmy a little more. But Jimmy is and Bam is a good player, but he's not like seasoned enough yet where he could just take over in a complete finals on his own and just cause mayhem. Because if you watch the players who cause mayhem, right, it's mostly the guys who require a double team.
Right.
That's when the mayhem starts. So you don't really got to double
anybody on the
Bam.
squad.
You really don't got to double Bam.
Yeah.
Like you just let him miss some shots.
If you look at Miami's roster, you got Jimmy Butler.
That's it.
And you got Bam. Sometimes. After that, you got a bunch of 6-man.
Right.
Everybody else on that squad is a 6-man.
Which I'm not gonna downplay
Tyler Hero.
These players. I'm not gonna downplay these players just because they don't have a name. But I'm just talking about as far as what they do on the team. None of them are really playmakers.
Yeah.
Right. So like to take the pressure off of Jimmy. So when Jimmy go to the bench, sometimes they'll struggle. Or if Jimmy ain't not attacking, they'll struggle because who else is really making plays on a consistent basis, or who could run the offense on a consistent basis?
See, that's what I mean.
Only Lowry, like you said, really Lowry and.
I said that statement not based on their names. Mm-hmm. I said that statement based on how they're playing. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? They're still like other than Bam and Butler, the rest of them are really waiting on something else to happen.
Right.
And they kind of jump on board. You know?
They need Jimmy Butler.
I watched they're playing over their heads. How they got to the finals, I still don't know. I give Spo.
Well, I got some theories, man, but I don't know if people want to go down that road.
We can go theories too.
I don't know if you want to go down that route, man, with the theories, man.
I'm surprised that they even beat the Celtics because I think Celtics have potential to beat them.
I'm not surprised, man. When we talking parlays in Vegas, man, I'm not surprised because if you watch the NBA Finals, if you watch the playoffs, these guys are advertising parlays on national TV.
Yeah,
now,
true.
It's illegal for players, coaches, executives to bet, right?
Yeah.
But they telling fans to go push their money on parlays. They got these.
And hell, think about these people that like the TNTs or people like Charles Barkley and people like that, where he do commercials with FanDuel, and then he's saying like, "Hey, I think this team's gonna win or that team's gonna win," and people they hear your voice, so you hear Barkley be like, "Yo, man, I'm bigger than Heat, man." Like people might put their money on the Heat just because the Barkley said, you know what I mean? The Heat.
That should be a conflict of interest.
Like, that's what I'm saying.
You can't do commercials or things mention FanDuel. And be
how come you can't?
Because now you put information, because you can put the information out there, right? Whatever information you want, right? So let's say Barkley.
That's why I worded the way it was.
Yeah, he on TNT. He's saying, "Yo, pick this in." So everybody be like, Barkley be losing.
Yeah.
So then everybody go against Barkley, and then Barkley hit. So it's like, let's check find the money. Let me see where the money at. So let's go down this route, right? I know I'm gonna go with my Jokic thing last, right? But let's go down the route against the Bucks. Did anybody pick the Heat to beat them?
I seriously doubt it.
Okay. Against the Knicks, right? Did they pick the Heat to win the Knicks?
I was 50.
Yeah,
well, it was. Let me say this. Let me say this. But it was like some like big names that was pushing the Knicks, like as the Knicks got it.
The
so
following.
one of them was like a Stephen A. and people like that. People were like, "Yo, the Knicks should win it." So if the Knicks don't lose, it's like, "Oh, it's bad on their season."
The Knicks and the Heat is like up.
Right,
like,
4 or 5 is always like that.
Up. But Knicks fans compared to Knicks fans and Heat fans, right? So who gonna put more money on their team? A Knicks fan or a Heat fan? Because every year the Knicks is gonna win. I got people right now that do parlays. I said, look, don't pick the Knicks over the Heat. That's easy money, right? It's like the guy, they like Cowboy fans, right? So no matter what year it is, the Cowboys never have to win.
We're gonna win the championship
because they always gonna put their money, right? So you watch the guy, he put $2 million on the Cowboys before the playoff game started. I said, that was easy money. You think Vegas is gonna let you put $2 million down on the Cowboys, and you gonna
walk away with that?
You gonna walk away with that?
No,
that's easy money. So what they say? I forgot who said it. Follow the money. Yep. I want to follow the money. I don't have access to that, but I want to see what his money is. But I see like nobody really picked the Heat to beat the Celtics. So now what happens is
honestly, the only reason why I even picked the Heat to beat the Celtics is because I just felt like there was gonna be something unexpected to happen.
Exactly, and that's what happens in the playoffs. Is you gotta expect the unexpected.
Yeah,
injuries.
I know a lot of people expected last year. I know a lot of people expected the Celtics to beat the Warriors.
Yeah.
Honestly, the only reason why I picked the Warriors is because of Steph Curry. He's my favorite player.
But Tatum was a no-show in the finals. That was amazing. Like Jaylen Brown on the biggest stage last year, he performed. Yeah, he performed. The lacking part was Tatum. So Tatum was trying to make up
He's
this
hot
year.
And cold.
But it's not always the unexpected. Sometimes it's the expected.
Mm-hmm. So
for example, 2016 finals might have been a little unexpected.
Right.
But 2017, it will probably be expected because they got KD.
Right.
On the Warriors.
They expected him.
Yeah, because they expected him to win now that they got KD.
I heard a statement this morning. I was watching NBA TV, and it was Jamal Crawford. He was talking to Isaiah Thomas. I forgot who else is up there. Kenny Smith. And Jamal Crawford, they were talking about the Nuggets and the adjustments they made in the game against Miami. And they were talking about, they said that the center for the Nuggets playing the point guard position at the center, basically. That's all he is, a 7-foot point guard, to be totally honest. But they said that his basketball IQ, he's not playing against the Miami Heat. He's playing against Spoelstra. Mm-hmm. You're talking about a compliment. You know, you're a player on the court, and all your moves you're calculating your moves based off what the coach is doing, as opposed to just out there with the ball and seeing what's going on in front of you. So if that's the case, you already got figured out what the players are doing. So, what do you feel about a statement like that?
Well, let me say real quick. You're listening to Mel from Queens. I'm Mel from Queens. Mel from Queens Sports Talk, WGJS Radio. We got my bro in the building, Maine, a.k.a. the main attraction.
Yes, sir.
We got Malcolm in the building. We got Joel in the building. And we got Rich behind the scenes. You already know. So, how I feel like that's one thing I don't like. Because, Jokic, you got to understand, like, when you were overseas, you get a chance to play, like, with adults.
Right.
Professional basketball.
You start real early.
At a young age. So you get a chance to learn the ropes of the game and different things like that. You get a chance to, learn things you might not learn, like, in junior. Think about it. You could play probably, like, middle school, like, professional, like, the 8th grade, 9th grade, high school, like, they be playing with professionals.
Yeah, and he was 7 foot.
Yeah, so you got an age.
16.
And then also I question his age, but we ain't gonna go there right now. You know what I'm saying? Well, we ain't gonna go there right now, man. But I think that it's players out there like that. Like, you know what I'm saying? Where, like, I think IQ is important in basketball. I think that makes a difference, you know what I mean, with players. Huge. I think it don't get the credit that which it deserves. I think sometimes we so, fascinated on killer instinct, and which really came when Michael Jordan era, you know what I mean, the killer instinct. Nobody really talking about it. Right. But if you think about Bird and Magic, it was more IQ.
Yeah, they used to
you mix like LeBron and IQ. So having a good basketball IQ was never a negative thing. Like,
all right,
to
so
have.
let me just time out for a second.
Like,
so you
LeBron
saying
got a good IQ.
So you saying Jordan have IQ?
No, I'm not saying
that's what I'm hearing.
Jordan
have IQ. You just said Magic, Bird IQ.
No, yeah,
Jordan was killer instinct and LeBron IQ.
I feel like Jordan beat you with skill. He was more skilled than Magic and Bird. Meaning, as far as on the defense, offense, it was everything. He could do so many different moves, up and unders, whatever. So he beat you that way. And Jordan, whether we like it or not, gonna take more shots than you. We can get into that later. But Jordan gonna keep shooting no matter what. So he always gonna take more shots. He always gonna take more shots than you.
Who outside of Jokic? Who's the craftiest player in the league right now?
I'm always gonna get crafty to Kyrie, man. I think Kyrie's still like the most craftiest player in the league, man. The way he maneuver with the ball, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, I could say Steph too, but I don't think Steph don't do it as much as Kyrie. Like, Steph show flashes that he can do it. Cause I think sometimes people question like, yo, why Steph a point guard? Like, Steph got the boogie in him. You know what I'm saying?
Steph got really good handle. It's just that he decides to shoot.
Yeah, exactly.
Then he really dribbles the ball.
Right.
But the thing about Kyrie is, I think, well, most of the time he drives in a lot.
Right. He get to hit the show
He gets to show more. You get to show more driving in than taking the threes.
The threes.
Yeah. And then he be like the off balance shots with the left and the right, and you know.
Like, if Curry decided to just always like drive in the majority of the time, then it would be really hard deciding who has better handle between Kyrie
and Curry got like ankle breakers out there, man. He got a lot of on the low, man. So some of the top point guards, man. Westbrook,
sometimes he doesn't
Chris
make the
Paul.
shot right off the ankle breaker.
Yeah,
like there was this time when Steph Curry got an ankle breaker, someone fell to the ground, but he airballed the shot.
All right, dang, man.
Well, basically, it's gonna come down to this is going to happen. We're gonna hear is Jokic the greatest big man ever. This is where we coming down. This is where we coming down.
Not the greatest big man ever.
This is the territory we in right now.
Right.
Because the multiple MVPs. So just keep in mind, Shaq got one MVP, right? And people consider him the most dominant.
Right?
And he was.
So Kareem got 6.
6.
Kareem got 6 MVPs, league MVPs.
And Russell got 6.
And Russell got 6 league MVPs.
5 or 6.
Akeem has 0, right? 1? Does Akeem
he might
have 1?
He might have 1.
I don't think he got it. I don't think
Akeem has 0. I don't think Akeem have any. But you already know what Akeem did as far as his 2 finals. So MVP. Now they because
you can't really blame Shaq for only having 1 MVP, because he's also playing with Kobe, he was playing with Kobe around the time who also plays his game.
Which I'm not really a team, like a individual award in a team sport type of person. Like Mel will tell you, I never liked individual awards in a team sport. It makes no sense to me, because even like an MVP, it takes everybody to win for you to get your stats. Yeah. It takes every player on your team, because you can't go out there 1-on-5. So now what you're saying is this one person, so we scored 90 or 120 points. You're saying that this one person's 30 points is more important than the team's 90 points.
So let me ask you a question. Hold on, I'm going to hit you with something then. So and I'm not trying to be, because we're going to get into this at another later time. So before you got to Lower Merion, what was their record?
Oh, they was 4-20.
So when you was 4-20, and when you got to your first year, what did y'all jump to?
We was like 20-5. I never had a losing season.
Look.
I never had a losing season. Let's just put that out. I don't play that.
Yeah,
man. I'm a winner.
All right. So my question is,
better than Kobe at the time.
So here's my question is,
I'll take that.
Yeah, he was better than Kobe. Just that Kobe was in the NBA.
Yo, so
he was just positioned bad.
Kobe's nice, man. We can't. We ain't gonna do that, man. We ain't gonna do that. Don't set him up like that. We ain't gonna do that. We ain't gonna do that, man. You gotta have. Anytime anybody asks you who's better, you gotta have more confidence in yourself. I don't care what situation you in. If you ask me who's better, I'm always gonna say myself.
Yeah.
I'm the same
way. I don't have to do.
I don't have to
ask me who's better, me or LeBron. I'd probably say myself.
Right, because I don't have to do. I don't have to do what you do to be great. I just be great at what I do, right? So what I do is, like everywhere I go, we win. Like any team I go to, we win championships. Like since when I was young, like coaches used to just pay for me to play in tournaments. I ain't have to pay in tournaments because me and my bro, we go. You got us on your team. We walking away with a trophy 90% of the time, and the other 10%, man, a couple of refs, haters, things like that. But I even
experienced bad refs in my first ever season.
Right.
Like, I remember playing a game, someone kept on pushing me, but they weren't even calling any fouls.
But then they'll call a foul on you if you push that same player.
Exactly.
So it's like,
that's what I'm saying.
It's a lot of power.
And people question sometimes some of the foul calling and different things like that.
Right.
You know, with these teams and stuff like that.
Sometimes the refs be try to like the refs just like call random stuff. Like sometimes LeBron, not even only LeBron, the Lakers don't even be touching the other team at all. No physical contact. but then they call the fouls, but then when they're not, but then the other team's like grabbing them, but then no, and then they don't call the fouls.
Well, the Lakers, that's a whole nother.
Yeah,
when it comes to the
yeah,
refs,
yeah.
man.
Refs don't
They got a
like
few
the-
refs in their pocket.
So what we're gonna do too, because I want to kind of get into that as we on this topic, right?
Like my team, like the team I play for, there was a ref that
Right.
doesn't really like us.
Yeah, it'd be like that.
So, with that being said, right, Jokic with 2 MVPs, right, Western Conference. So look, now they adding like Western Conference Finals MVP. So it's like
All these accolades just
Yeah.
add up on his side.
yeah.
To
So
make
it's
him
like
at the end.
so here's the thing, and you, Malcolm, not you would be a witness to this. If Finals MVP, because Bill Russell already had 6 league MVPs. If Finals MVPs was a thing back then, Bill Russell would have at least 8 Finals MVPs.
Yeah.
But it wasn't a thing back then. So then now when we talk about league MVPs, the first person we look to is Michael Jordan. Oh, Michael Jordan, the GOAT. No, he got 6 Finals MVPs, been to 6 Finals. So now if Jokic win a couple championships, Jokic 4 Western Conference Finals MVPs. You know what I'm saying? 4 Finals
Let me
MVPs,
add-
4 league MVPs. So now it's like they can jump you now because they adding like awards in now.
But why we keep going back to Jordan? Like Magic play, Bird play. You keep saying like Jordan is like the only person that played in NBA history.
No, I'm talking about the 6
Like,
finals because those would be
right.
ones like I'm talking about like
I mean,
certain
Magic
narratives.
got finals. What I'm saying is, okay, he got 6 Finals MVPs. Yeah,
And they push that as a
So-
big thing. But think about this.
But-
How could you no, what I'm saying is because we're talking about winning. You're talking about
Okay.
being a winner. If you're talking about being a winner, right? Bill Russell, if we talk about winning, Bill Russell name should come up first. But a lot of times you don't hear his name because you never hear Finals MVP attached to his name.
And
a
on
lot of
top-
times when you hear, I'm gonna let you go. A lot of times when you hear Michael Jordan, you hear 6-0 in the finals, 6 championships, 6 Finals MVPs. That's how they put it out there.
You're leaving a lot of stuff out.
No, that's a major part though.
You're leaving a lot of stuff out.
But Jordan's name always comes out first because he's a measuring stick. And he's
So what though?
even though he's been retired, how long has Jordan been out the league now? 10 years?
He left it's 20 now. It's like
Yeah.
he left in 2003.
See,
So-
the Jordan measuring stick is like
2003. So it's 20
But
years
that's
now.
like the Einstein theory, him being the measuring stick.
But okay, but check this out. He's still current because of Jordan shoes.
Exactly.
And everybody's watching LeBron referring back to trying to eclipse Jordan's greatness. So that keeps Jordan in everybody's head. Because like Bill Russell was, I mean, I'm not gonna say my age, but I'm old. And Bill Russell was basically before my time. So there's a lot of people that never even seen Bill Russell play.
Right.
Like maybe they might see an old black and white or something. They know nothing about Bill Russell other than just his name and older cats talking about how great he was. So jumping forward, you jump Jordan, and then there's LeBron, and there was Giannis and Curry. Because year before last, they was talking about how Giannis was the greatest thing to ever fall out the sky.
Giannis
You know?
was that year.
Yeah, you know, so
That was
it's,
like that was
they
like
talking,
Vince's
they
prime.
talking about Jokic right now, just because he's the hottest.
He's the hot thing. But this is the thing. This is my thing, right? Now, Mel and no, I never subscribed to the GOAT. I never subscribed to that because I feel there's too many errors. People play too many different
Exactly. It's
positions to
different,
say a GOAT. But if we're gonna subscribe to the GOAT, I can make a compelling argument and shut it down why Michael Jordan is the GOAT, right? I can make a compelling argument. So let's just say, for instance, right? I'm just gonna go around the table real quick. I know, Joel, you younger, so I'm gonna ask the older dudes, right? Mel, just give me your top 5 players all time right now. Just
In
top
order?
5, different positions.
In
Your
order?
Point guard, shooting guard, small forward, power forward, center. Top 5.
Wait, could I actually go? I actually want to go.
All right.
All right, so my top 5, I probably would say point guard would be.
Yeah, but could I
Don't
guess?
mess this
I
up.
know who you're gonna say. I know who you're gonna say.
Probably would say
Pressure's on. Don't mess it up.
I'm about to say LeBron.
Magic,
Okay.
Magic. I thought you were about to say LeBron.
Who's your shooting guard?
probably Jordan,
Who's your small forward?
LeBron.
Who's your power forward?
All time, or just my favorite.
Oh no.
You talking about all time?
Yeah, all time. Who's your
All time, probably I would probably either go Duncan or Dirk. So I
Okay,
would say, I mean, I like Duncan, but if you say on my team, well, you say all time, I'll probably put Duncan.
Okay, and the
Duncan.
center?
And the center, I'm rocking with well, you know what? I'll put. All right, so I'll put. Can Russell play my 4?
He could play the 4. I guess Russell could play the 4.
So I'll take. So I'll take Russell. And, okay, so I put my GOAT.
you know what?
So
Wait,
my top 5 all time
wait,
is Magic,
No, he can't.
Jordan, not in no order, but my top 5 is Magic, Jordan,
LeBron.
Kareem, LeBron, and Bill Russell.
No, you can't.
So that would be my 5.
Because he said position by position. He was the center. He wasn't the forward. Now, if he said top players, period, then that's different. So you got to pull Russell out of it.
So you're going Duncan and then Kareem? Duncan and Kareem?
Yeah, I'll go with Kareem.
All right, who's your 5?
Okay, I'm going to go with Magic
Okay.
at the point. I'm going to go with Jordan, his shooting. I'm going to go Worthy, small.
Okay.
And I'm going to go Olajuwon at the center.
Okay.
And I'm going to go Duncan Power.
All right, Rich, who you got? Give me your 1.
One I got.
You want a hand on the mic? You want a hand on the mic?
Yeah,
Hand?
you can hear me.
Okay.
You say hello?
Yeah, I can hear you.
All right, cool. Yeah. So one I got. I got Magic.
Magic.
Jordan, LeBron, Duncan, and
Joel.
Shaq.
All right, Shaq. You wanna give it?
Point guard, Kobe maybe.
Mm-hmm.
Shooting guard, MJ. Small forward, probably LeBron. Power forward, Hakeem. And then center, Kareem.
Okay. My 5.
Here we go. Drum roll.
He's putting someone in there.
Who I'm putting in there?
I feel like you're gonna put Nikola Jokic in
Nah,
there.
I think I got who.
I'm gonna stick with y'all the trend. I'm gonna put.
No. Hold on. Nah, Maine don't do trends. Nah, we ain't front of here. You don't do trends. Main attraction don't do trends, man. Do what you do.
I'm putting.
I don't care if people agree or not, or I don't know your list, but
I'm putting Curry at the 1. That's about just all time greats.
Okay.
I'm putting Jordan at the 2
Okay.
at all time greats. I'm riding with I ain't see Kareem, so I'll be picking Kareem just based off of stats. So I know he was a heck of a player. I ain't see Kareem.
We did see Kareem. You
Russell.
saw
I seen him on the back end.
The Lakers.
I seen him on the back end.
Yeah.
Right, but I ain't really see him enough to like put, because I seen more like Shaq, Olajuwon, things like that. So I would put Olajuwon at my center. I would put Duncan at my power forward, and at my small forward, contrary to popular belief.
I know what he was gonna say.
Who?
You're gonna say LeBron.
I'm going with Bird.
Oh, Bird. I thought you were gonna say.
I'm going with Bird, man.
That's not a bad pick. No, that's not a bad pick.
I'm going with Bird, man.
Wait, where's LeBron? Where's LeBron?
LeBron right behind Bird, man.
Riding the bench.
They gonna
Riding the bench.
because. All right, so this what we gonna do.
LeBron
All right,
can't
so
be
this
on
is
bench.
so let's get into it. Let's get into
Wait,
it.
so
No
who?
way.
So you got
LeBron could never
Magic,
be
No, you said
Jordan,
Curry.
Bird. I mean Curry,
Jordan,
Jordan,
Bird.
Bird. These
Duncan.
are my greatest players.
Okay, go ahead.
Now the problem is the greatest players ever is there's no criteria, right?
Right.
So there's no criteria that really you could choose from.
Right.
Right. So my thing is, to me, a GOAT is you check all the boxes, right? You went above and beyond everybody else. That's a GOAT to me. You went above and beyond everybody else. Now, to me, right? Let's get into the GOAT debate, right? Because he was talking about the GOAT, right? And you saying Bill Russell, right? So now,
Well, I'm saying who I feel the GOAT is.
right?
Who I think the GOAT all
Well,
time.
I know
I already know
So
what
let-
your 4 was. I remember what your specific
No, that was my
4
5. But y'all want my order?
no,
Y'all want my
no,
order?
No, just give me your GOAT. Just give me your GOAT.
My
I
GOAT?
remember you
Okay,
saying what
I would
your
say
specific
LeBron. I
top
would say
4
LeBron.
was.
You gonna-
I
would say LeBron.
I remember what you said your specific top 4 was.
Okay.
You said LeBron as the first one.
Uh-huh.
That you said Kareem as the second one. You said Russell as the third.
Okay.
And then you said MJ as the 4th.
Okay.
I remember you saying that.
Okay.
So why
And
is
I had
LeBron?
Magic-
Why is LeBron a GOAT? Why?
He's better.
Well, for me, because what you said, specifically what you said, because when you're talking about the GOAT for me,
Right.
like like you said, I don't like these media awards. Like these media awards that they just give people because their opinion. Because LeBron gonna be stuck on four MVPs because you like Michael, and we ain't gonna give him the fifth one to McMahon.
He still got
But
4.
when you saying go above and beyond everyone else, to me, it means something that you played 20 years in the NBA at a high level.
That's true.
It means something to me when you have over 38,000 points, over 10,000 assists, over 10,000 rebounds, and you've always been in the mix. Once you got in the mix and you got flowing and stuff, of trying to contend whether you won or not. To me, I don't know how it gets any clearer than Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, which is the same thing. And I feel like you have to respect longevity. When somebody quit or leave, you don't get to dictate what everybody else's career did because you left earlier because you quit. You could have kept playing. And I'm just going to throw, like, you know what I mean? So when I hear certain names thrown out there, stop telling me you retiring when you know history and you know the most rings is 11. Keep playing until at least you try to go there, and when it's all said and done, see where you at. So I feel like LeBron is the one. When you say what player, you want to talk about the chosen one player did that, I would say it was to me, is LeBron. He did all of those things at the position. And I don't think nobody else.
I disagree.
I don't think nobody else really came close yet.
I disagree.
Maybe
How about
Kareem.
this? How about this? On every single team he was on, he always had an all-star teammate. At least
Superstar.
one
I didn't even say about teammates. I didn't get to that part.
He like on Miami, he had Dwayne Wade, right?
Right.
On the Cavs, he had Kyrie Irving.
Yeah.
On the Lakers, he has AD.
Right.
On all of his teams, he always had a superstar teammate that can really help him out. He was never on a team where he was like the.
He carried the load.
But
He was never on a team
from
without
start to
like a
finish.
duo that can like really help him.
But that's
much.
what all champions.
yeah,
That's
what
not
team,
all
what-
champion. I'm gonna give it to you. So let's break it.
Except the teams that played against
So-
teams that didn't have those two stars like that.
All right, so let's break it down. Right, this is why to me, I think, and this is what I'm trying to say. I don't want people to think like LeBron is great. I think, like, to me, he's no GOAT. But if I'm making a GOAT conversation, LeBron is not the GOAT to me. Now, if you want to say he's the GOAT of being healthy, right?
Yeah.
And, okay, we could go with the GOAT being healthy, right? So, okay, you played 20 years and you have minimum injuries, but then we still got to put Stockton over him and we got to put AC Green over him, right? So I'm going to ask you a question.
Stockton over AC Green over him.
Health-wise.
How about what?
Stockton played 82 games, 79 games, 81. Like, when you talk about making every game, Stockton played, when you talk about health, right? Because he's saying longevity, health, right? That's Stockton. That was Stockton, right? So my question to Mel is, I just need one thing LeBron does great. Just give me one thing he does great.
Everything.
No, I'm not saying everything.
Think about it.
No,
Wait.
no.
I can tell you three. Wait,
I'm not asking three.
I'll give you three.
I don't want three. I don't want
Okay,
three.
scoring.
No.
Scoring.
The main thing
Scoring.
LeBron does. What's the
Scoring.
main thing LeBron does?
Scoring.
So would you?
Finishing.
So now,
Scoring.
my point is this,
Finishing.
right? This is
Scoring.
the reason why LeBron is not the GOAT, right?
Scoring.
Now he said the GOAT, right? So if I'm picking Jordan, right? Jordan is the GOAT of scoring.
No,
right?
he's not.
And let me
Yes,
tell
he
you why.
is.
Let me tell you why
I
Jordan
hear
is
him
more
out.
of a GOAT than LeBron, right? So, because I'm gonna do this right now. Like, you remember when
And then I'm
Here,
gonna go
I
after
get
remember
you.
when
I
Pusha
get
T
you.
said,
I get you.
Like, I'm
Because
gonna peel it back. It's gonna be
could do
layer by layer. I'm gonna peel it
LeBron
back,
cannot-
right?
Listen.
So-
Jordan can do everything LeBron can't do everything.
Right, but-
only thing LeBron can
No, we
really
ain't talking
do-
about who moves.
No.
We ain't
Only
talking-
thing-
we ain't-
no,
Okay, we're not gonna-
no. Only thing LeBron
We
can
talk-
really do is finishing and defense.
But
All
my
right,
thing
but-
is this. That's
What else?
we're talking
That's a
about.
good-
When
that's
I'm talking about, see me, I'm talking facts and I'm
Right.
talking about what they produce.
Right.
So we can mix it up.
So no, we gonna go with your points.
And
I'm
fix
gonna go with
it
your points.
however you want to pretty
All
it
right,
up.
I'm gonna go with your point. So
Okay.
this is why Jordan is the GOAT, right?
Okay.
Because to me, a GOAT dominate what they do best over everybody during their time. That's a GOAT. So I'm gonna break it down
Okay.
to you. So a GOAT to me, right? Go by era, right? Did you dominate your era at what you do great all the time? So we're gonna go first. He said points, right? I'm gonna go Jordan points, right? Nobody dominated Jordan, right? When in his era. When it came to points, right? When it comes to scoring titles, how many scoring titles Jordan got in his years? 10.
But that's your narrative.
No.
That's
I'm
on your
I'm just
narrative.
talking facts.
That's
no,
on your narrative.
I'm just talking facts.
No, you're
Jordan
not
was a
talking
scorer,
facts.
right?
That's
so
your narrative,
wait, no,
though.
I'm just talking. Let me finish.
Go
I'm just
ahead.
talking facts, right? So if I ask you what you do, right, and you say scoring, that means I should have 10 scoring titles, right?
No.
Wait. Let me ask you a
No.
question. What do
Why?
Stockton do? Okay, let me ask you.
Wait,
what do Stockton
why?
do great?
Wait, hold on.
What's the main thing Stockton do?
Why?
Pass and assist.
Pass and assist. Was he the healthiest?
Yeah.
Was he leading the league in assists?
Yeah.
How many times has he led the league in assists? Countless times. So countless time, what he mainly do is lead the league in assists, right? And he's the all-time leading assist person because of his health, right? LeBron has how many scoring titles?
He got one.
2?
He got one.
1 or 2, yeah.
He got one.
Wait,
He
so
got
how
two.
come he
No, he
didn't
got one.
go
No, he
of
got one.
scoring?
So how you
come
go
he
to
didn't
score?
go of scoring
Right,
if
'cause he
he
got the
had
most-
one?
I'm gonna tell you why.
Hold
Go ahead,
on.
go ahead.
So during LeBron's era, right, there's multiple people who got way more scoring titles than him. Right, so we
Ask
can't
him why.
say.
Wait,
No, wait, hold
you
on.
can't say
hold
that
on.
though. You
Yeah,
know
I'm
why?
telling
No,
you,
no,
wait,
let me
I'm
tell you
telling
why.
because of
Let me
health.
tell- No,
I'm telling you the reason why
let me tell you why. No,
LeBron has health
hold on.
over
Let me
people
talk. Let me
not
say this. Let me
scoring.
tell you. Let me
He has
talk.
health over-
Hold on. Let me. No,
Okay,
it's
go
not.
ahead.
No, it had nothing to do with
So,
health.
all right, so give me
Hold
LeBron.
up. No, hold up. The reason why LeBron, because not one season that LeBron ever played in has he took the most shots in the season.
That's not my
Michael,
problem. You
no,
say
no,
he's
hold
scoring.
on. No, hold on. Michael Jordan. Every season took almost 2,000
is.
shots and 300 to 500 shots more than everybody else. So I don't
'Cause
want
we
to.
don't
No,
know.
hold
You
on,
know
hold
why?
on.
You
So,
know why?
hold on.
You
So,
know why?
wait, let me finish. So,
ahead.
LeBron, because LeBron, he said what LeBron does the best. Yes, that's what he does the best. But when you look
No,
at
I said
LeBron,
his main. I said his main thing
but
mainly
you
do.
know, but that's a, let me
What
tell
is his main
Let me
focus?
tell you, but let
When
me
you
tell
say
you why it's a
LeBron,
narrative. Let me
What is his main?
Wait, let me tell you why that's a narrative.
There's a main
Let me-
idea. Wait, hold on.
wait, let me-
There's a main idea.
Let
of
me
a
tell you why that's a
situation.
narrative.
What is LeBron's
Wait.
main idea? It is not
No,
everything.
because it's different. Let me tell you why. Because there's a narrative, right? So whichever side of the narrative is on, you can pay one for LeBron, you pay for a Jordan. Let me give you an example. When Michael Jordan, right, and a Kobe Bryant come to Madison Square Garden, right, they might want to score 60 points, right, to turn Madison Square Garden out. LeBron come to Madison Square Garden. LeBron turn to Madison Square Garden now. It's 50 points, 10 assists, and 10 rebounds. So LeBron could have been taking more shots, but LeBron got 10,000 assists. So you can't use the narrative.
can't say
oh,
coulda.
Jordan got more
You
scoring
can't say
titles.
coulda,
You
man.
got-
I'm not
hold
going
on.
by coulda.
Let me ask you a question.
I'm not going
how,
by coulda.
How would you look? How would you look if you took 2,000 shots a season, almost 300 to 500 shots more than everybody else, and you didn't get the scoring title?
You look bad.
You look bad, right?
All right, how do you-
okay.
All right,
Okay.
that makes no sense. Let me tell you why.
Okay.
Because LeBron was taking shots, so we could go down the line of what
I
he
ain't
did.
saying he was taking
No,
shots.
he was taking.
No, I ain't saying he was not taking shots.
Listen, he was in the league.
LeBron never
No.
took 2,000 shots.
Let me ask you a question.
season.
When you have your players, if you say his main thing is to score, right?
No, you
Well,
know. I said everything.
You said,
you
no.
you
I said
reduced
the
it.
main-
No.
I asked you what. I said what
but
does
he takes
LeBron
shots.
does mainly? LeBron mainly does scoring.
No,
That's
you
what he does
reduced
mainly.
it. No, I said mainly. I said I was
What
trying
he does
I said-
mainly? Just give me the main
no,
thing he does. He
LeBron.
don't do
Okay, I'm gonna tell
everything.
you. Mainly, LeBron James is points, rebounds, and assists
No, I'm
every
asking you
single
one
night.
thing.
LeBron is
And he
guaranteed
don't do-
almost. Well, you can say what you want. For LeBron career, he's almost guaranteed 25, 8, and 8 for his career. That's what he's good at. Every single night, what you can count on.
You heard what he said. That's what
a
he's
great
good
thing.
at. Jordan is
That's
great.
a great thing. That's
Jordan
a great
is
thing.
great at what he does. So
No,
you telling
Jordan
me,
can take more
listen,
shots.
Listen like this.
But-
So look, LeBron's a great passer, right?
It took-
How many times has LeBron led the league in assists?
I don't know.
Because he do
They're
everything.
trying to tell me. Wait, they're trying to tell you to sell you the narrative that LeBron is a pass first player.
No, they're talking about us.
He's not a pass first player. LeBron is not a pass first player. He's a score first player. But what happens is when you watch when LeBron scores, he melts down. If you watch. So recently, game 4, right? I was watching with my boy, right? So I was watching with my bro. Bron had in the first half, in the first quarter, he had 20. I said it's all downhill from here, because he can't maintain to score all the way through a game like Jordan could.
Well, not anymore.
So,
Not anymore.
No,
He
he
had
never
five
could.
though.
He never could, because in the beginning of LeBron's career, he consistently had cramps. All through the game, LeBron had to come out. Even in the final, he had to come out. He had cramps. Why? So he couldn't. Don't tell me you can score. You can lead the league in scoring anytime you want. You can't, because if you can lead the league in scoring,
you took
would've did
2,000
it.
shots
Because
a
Jordan,
year.
No, listen, Jordan can lead the league in scoring, right? So this is the thing.
Because he
Look,
shot.
Jordan's main thing was scoring, right? He got the most scoring titles of all time, right? He got the most He got
And
the
LeBron
highest,
still got more points than him.
but look, watch this.
And LeBron still got more points than him. And less
because of
shots.
health.
Hold up, no. And
Yes,
less.
it is,
When
because-
hold up.
no,
When
look.
LeBron passed Jordan, he passed Jordan in points on less shots.
He passed Jordan.
By over 1,000.
He
Think
added
about
Jordan.
it.
He
Think
passed
about
Jordan
it.
in overall points.
Let me add
Who
this.
has
And less shots.
Who has the overall scoring average all time? Who lead the league in scoring all time?
Jordan. Who got the
Okay,
most
wait,
points all
hold on.
time?
Wait, hold on. Listen to this. All-time scoring average, Jordan. Most scoring titles, Jordan. Who's the better scorer? Jordan. That's a scoring thing. He said LeBron is the best scorer.
No,
He's
I
not
say
the
that.
best
I never
scorer.
said
Hold on,
he
he's
was
healthier.
I never said that.
Let me add this.
Yeah, I never said that.
When
The best scorer.
okay, when we talk about the GOAT, greatest of all times.
Jordan scoring
there's-
so far.
Wait,
up
hold
there.
on. There's only a handful of guys that even qualify to be in that conversation. Jordan, of course. LeBron, Kareem, Bill Russell probably gets in there.
Will.
Will Chamberlain, yeah.
Kobe.
Okay, Kobe. All right. There's only a handful of cats.
I
Now-
disagree. It's more people.
But I mean,
But it just
greatest
depends
of-
on preference.
The greatest of all. Okay, that's what I was about to say.
So I disagree.
Hold on. When you break it down, when you get on that level, you have to start nitpicking. Well, what?
I'm nitpicking.
Okay,
Me too.
This is what I would say. The greatest of all times, when it comes to being that guy in the league, has to be Jordan. Now let me finish what I'm saying, because with all the scoring, with all the accolades and everything he did, behind the back passes, blah blah blah, it was obvious with anybody with a pair of eyes that he was heads and shoulders above everybody else around him.
Based on what though?
But wait a minute. Let me finish what I'm saying. But being the greatest of all time, being that guy is Jordan, because every time in big moments, he never failed.
What Bill Russell
wait,
do?
Wait a minute. Let me finish what I'm saying. Okay, now
I disagree with that, too.
When it comes to being, because it's all conjecture anyway, because it's all matter of, I like vanilla ice cream. You like chocolate chip ice cream. It's all how you feel about it.
But you have to come to an answer, though. So let me ask you a question. Let me just interject for a second. Because we got the scoring out of the way already. So Jordan,
No, that was your
hold on,
narrative.
wait,
That was your
I know,
narrative.
that's
But
what I'm
LeBron
saying.
still has
Look,
more
look,
points,
look, let me
and
just
he
say
passed
this.
Jordan. Wait, hold
Listen,
up. I want to make sure we
when
hit
it
it.
comes to scoring, the
He
only
passed
thing,
no.
hold on, when it
He
comes
passed
when
Jordan
it comes to
on
scoring,
less shots
wait,
by
hold on.
1,000 and got more points than
When
Jordan.
it comes to scoring, the only thing LeBron has over Jordan is total points. But
He got more assists than Jordan, too.
Stop. We're not talking about. We just said scoring. When it
No,
comes,
you
we-
said
wait,
scoring.
right, that's
You
what
were trying
we're
to
talking about.
reduce
So
it.
let's break it down.
Right, you were
when
reducing it.
Right, because that's what Jordan does, and he said that's what.
So who
LeBron
got more
does.
assists, though? No,
You said,
you-
I asked you one thing.
No,
I said, what's
said-
his best? I said,
wait,
you
watch
say
it.
LeBron.
Okay, so we
his
can
number
watch
one thing.
it.
His number. I don't care what you
No,
do.
I said all
Wait,
three. No, all three. Did
we're
I
not
not?
talking-
Did I start out saying all three? When you talk about LeBron, okay, so I'm making
You don't
clear.
talk about all
when you
three.
talk
I
about
don't talk
LeBron
about
as a
all
player, LeBron is a package deal.
No, he's
LeBron
not,
every
'cause
game,
Jordan was a
LeBron is
package deal.
scoring. LeBron every game is scoring, rebounds, and
Look at
assists.
Jordan.
Every game.
Look at
Let me
Jordan.
ask-
Wait,
let
he's
me ask-
38 and he's doing all that.
Look
Let me ask one question.
Go ahead.
Let me ask one question.
Go ahead.
Everybody here knows basketball
Right.
from this end, that end,
Right.
in each one of our opinion.
Right.
With the game on the line, with the clock ticking down, who do you want out of all these cats?
I'll take any
Who
one of them stars.
I'll take
one of
anybody,
them
man.
stars. I'll
No,
take
no,
Jordan.
no.
Michael Jordan,
Listen,
Michael
listen.
Jordan.
No, listen. With their list,
Mm-hmm.
with the guys that we're talking about, that's in this, you're the coach.
Right.
You got all these guys. The game's on the line. The defense is kicking ass.
Mm-hmm.
It's sweat flying. The seconds, you're down by one stinking point.
I got an answer for
got
you.
all these guys. Who do you want?
Okay, here's
to
my
have
answer for you.
the
Kobe.
Wait, hold up. I got an answer. I got a
Kobe.
question.
I wouldn't say LeBron.
Here's my
Jordan.
answer,
38 now.
but my
I'm
answer is
gonna
kind of
expect LeBron to
question.
get a buzzer beater.
Should I take the guy with the most buzzer beaters made in the playoffs?
You could. You could
do
take.
you
You could take
want?
the guy with the most.
You
You can.
know what I'm saying?
That's my point.
Okay, so give me LeBron. So give me LeBron.
So
give me LeBron. Give me LeBron then.
All right, that's my point.
Listen.
That's exactly my point. Why LeBron is not the GOAT. Because look at this. For a
Look,
second.
here we go.
Let me tell you why. That's my point. 'Cause look. Mel said he has more points than Jordan, right?
Right,
He has more playoff buzzer beaters than Jordan, right?
right.
But he has less what than Jordan?
Championships.
He has less championships,
And
right?
Jordan got less than
everything-
Russell.
So LeBron, right? Just because you chase your stats, right? That doesn't lead to you winning more championships than Jordan, right? So what I'm saying is this: when your era, right? Nobody had more scoring titles because that's what Jordan does. What he do is score. Nobody had more scoring titles. Nobody had a higher scoring average, right? Now, Jordan is the GOAT.
Yo, you
Did
shoot
anybody?
for that.
Hold on.
I agree
You don't get go for you scoring.
Hold on a second.
You gonna try to reduce a score to go to a scoring title?
I'm
No,
just gonna peel layer by layer. And Jordan era,
No,
did anybody he go against have the equal amount or more rings than him? Yes or no?
Equal amount of more rings? No.
What?
No. Well, I'm going by Jordan. I'm saying the greatness of Jordan. I'm saying is nobody had more scoring titles.
Kareem.
No, I
Kareem
said
played.
Jordan's era.
Jordan played.
No,
Kareem
he
was still
did
was
not.
there.
No, he
Kareem was still was there.
Kareem got.
Kareem was
Kareem
there.
got 3 rings.
No, Kareem was there.
Kareem got 3
Kareem was
rings
there.
during Jordan. Jordan got
Kareem
6.
was there.
I said who had more? Nobody had more
No,
than
Jordan
Jordan.
get all those.
Oh,
Jordan get those on Kareem watch. He didn't get all
What you
those on
talking-
Magic
Jordan-
watch.
I said
He didn't get all of those
I
on
said
Bird
Jordan's
watch.
era. I
What?
said Jordan's
So what's his
era.
era? What's his
Jordan-
era?
Who came with Jordan?
What's his era?
Jordan's era. From when he came in the league to when he retired. Did
No,
anybody?
so I gave me his draft class.
What
Talk
are
about
you
his draft
talking
class
about?
thing.
No, from when he
Kareem
came.
was in the
when
Kareem was
he-
in the
no,
league.
Wait, was Magic in the league?
Yes.
So Magic had the opportunity to get more rings than Jordan, right?
Kareem got 6.
Wait, hold on. When Magic was in the league, he had more opportunity to get more rings than Jordan, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Kareem
Bird,
did, though.
hold on. Did Bird have the opportunity to get more?
Yeah.
Yeah. So did Kareem have the opportunity to get more?
He did.
He didn't get more than Jordan.
He got 6, but
No,
he
I'm
didn't
saying
even.
Jordan's
They got
era.
6.
I'm going by era. Jordan's era. From Jordan window, from when you.
That makes no sense because Jordan didn't get those 6 rings
he
in
do.
Bird era.
No, listen.
He didn't get those 6 rings in Isaiah
did,
era.
because-
No, he's not all 6. No, he did not.
listen, I'm talking about-
Magic was retired
We talking about-
after
no, we
91.
talking
What
about-
Bird was retired in 92.
Right.
So he still didn't get those in their era either.
Did they
If
play
anything,
more-
no. If anything, they got more championships in Jordan era than he got in their
No,
era.
he did not. Jordan got. Listen.
How many?
We talk about.
How many?
listen.
Wait. Magic got at least about 3 or 4 of his championships on Jordan era. Jordan only got probably 2 championships on Magic era.
When is Magic?
Only
leave?
2.
What
Only
you talking
2.
about?
Only 2 because Magic retired in 91. Jordan came in 84. So how many
Right.
championships did Magic win between there? He won more than Jordan did. He won it more than Jordan did. Jordan didn't win more than chips than Magic
I'm
during
saying
his watch. I
Jordan's
don't even
era.
think he
I'm
won
talking
more
about
than Bird.
Look.
I think Jordan only got 2.
No, Bird got
only,
1 ring.
Only, no,
Jordan got
I'm
1
talking about
ring.
no.
Bird got
Let's
1
use
ring.
your thing.
What you
On
talking
their
about?
watch,
Bird got
no.
1 ring on Jordan's era. You trying to? I'm talking about Jordan's
But Magic,
era.
I'm talking about Magic.
All right,
I mean,
so you
and
wanna say-
Kareem.
so are you saying
They got
wait,
more.
hold on, hold
No,
on. Are
they
you
got
saying-
more.
Are you
no,
saying Magic the
no,
greatest of all time?
No, what I'm saying is this. No,
I'm talking about Jordan's
no,
era. We
before-
talking about we
no,
talking to eras.
bef-
Jordan era is from when he come
No,
to the league
I'ma tell you
to
what
when
I had.
he retire.
I had Kareem.
I'm sticking to
You know what?
Jordan's era.
Okay,
I'm
Jordan
not going to
era.
Magic era unless you're telling me Magic is the greatest
Look,
of all time.
Jordan was-
Are you
so
telling
you
me
talking about
Magic is
Jordan's
the
draft
greatest of all
class?
time?
Peep this out.
So say Jordan's draft
No,
class.
because people played on Stockton, Malone.
I'm glad you.
All these
That's
guys
my
played.
point.
Wait, hold on. No, look. All these guys played well into Jordan's era, right? And they ain't win.
Kareem was in his
and
era
Jordan
too.
still won more rings, won more scoring titles. And Jordan's era, no, this is what Jordan had: more rings in his era, right? More scoring titles in his
Dude,
era.
dude.
Wait, hold on. More rings, more scoring titles. Did anybody in the era have a better winning record than Jordan in his era? Did anybody have a better
Magic
season
had a better
in
winning
the
record than
season?
Russ
Did anybody-
and he
who had
retired early
Who had the
with
greatest,
5 rings.
No, who had the
You
greatest
have to
season
look at
all
it, check
time?
the stats.
Who had
Magic got
who
5
had
and
the-
12 years.
During Jordan's era,
No,
who had
5
the
and
greatest,
14 years.
No, I'm talking about from Jordan till he retired. During Jordan's era, what do you mean?
Kobe
what?
got 5.
No, listen.
No, he retired in 2002. They had 2 that
No,
year.
I said
So they
Jordan's
got
record.
Kobe and Shaq.
Jordan's era. Did anybody ever have the all-time NBA record other than Jordan?
What do you? That makes no sense. You know what
It
makes
makes
no
sense
sense?
because I'm telling
Because
you,
Kareem.
Jordan is top.
That-
Wait, hold on, wait.
Here's what I'm saying.
Let me say one thing.
Here, listen,
Jordan
listen.
is top level. Everything he do is top level. So if I'm the GOAT, I'm gonna be the GOAT.
After Magic retired, you top level.
Hold on.
After Bird retired,
I'm
you
the
top
GOAT,
level.
No, if I'm the GOAT, I'm gonna be the GOAT of. I'm gonna have the best record ever when I retire. I'm gonna have the most rings in my era when I retire. I'm gonna have the most. If I'm the scorer, I'm gonna have the most scoring titles.
You don't
when
have
I
the most
retire.
rings era.
LeBron is a GOAT,
What are you
right?
ta-
But he
no.
don't have more rings in his era. Him and Curry got the same amount.
Curry's not in
He
his
don't got
era.
But he don't got the
Curry's
most.
not in his
hold
era.
on, hold on,
Curry's not
hold
in
on.
his
Because Curry played.
So then
Remember,
Kareem is in Jordan era.
no, LeBron.
And Jordan
no,
got-
because LeBron
and
is still
Kareem got
playing.
6.
No, because LeBron is still playing.
What?
LeBron is still playing. From
what are you talking
I'm
about,
telling you
man?
what
What are you
I'm
talking
Hold on,
about?
let me ask you. Yo,
Let me throw
is-
y'all
wait, hold
a
on.
curveball.
Let me ask you
All right.
one.
How about- wait, listen, how
Is
about
LeBron still playing?
Yeah.
So if you go from 2003, right, to 20 years later, LeBron is still playing. So his era is still going on, right? So during your time, from when you came in the league to when you retire, which you didn't retire yet, right? Somebody got more rings than you.
Or the same amount of rings. The same
Magic
amount
was
of
that
rings
way
than you.
before he retired.
No,
He had more
not.
than Jordan.
No, he wasn't, 'cause I
Who
said
had
Jordan's
more?
era.
Well,
And
just
Jordan, no.
say Kareem. That's why
I said
Kareem was my
Jordan- I
GOAT.
said Jordan's era.
That's why Kareem was my GOAT. He had 6 championships.
Yo.
He's the all-time leading scorer. He's top 3
That's
all-time.
not Jordan's
Hold on.
era.
He's top.
That's
Yes, it
That's
is.
not Jordan's
No,
era.
no,
That's
no,
Jordan's
no,
era.
You said LeBron
no.
is your GOAT.
That
You
was.
said
Wait, hold
LeBron
on.
is
Wait,
your
stop,
GOAT.
stop,
Jordan's
stop,
era
stop.
from when he was
Stop,
coming
Stop,
into the
stop,
retired.
stop, stop.
LeBron is your
You know
GOAT.
why
You
you
said
have to
LeBron
wait?
is
Hold
your
on.
GOAT. Now it's
You know why you have to
Kareem.
put
Now it's
Kareem?
Kareem.
Because
Now Kareem's
just like
your
he said,
GOAT.
hold on. No, I already. Well, you know why you have to put Kareem in that era? Because you're putting stepping up in LeBron's era. You say,
Because
wait, hold on,
LeBron's
hold
still
on.
playing.
No, but right.
LeBron's
So,
still playing.
right. So
What are you talking about?
Wait, watch this. So when Kareem,
They was drafted
wait, hold
after
up.
LeBron,
When
and they still
Kareem,
playing.
okay, so based on your own thing, when Kareem retired, Michael Jordan had no rings. Kareem had 6 championships, and Jordan was playing. Kareem had, who was all-time leading scorer, top 3 in blocks, rebounds, and he ended his career still with more assists than Jordan.
And
he been to more
and-
finals. So
And that's that
Jordan
came
shouldn't
before
even be
his
in
era.
the conversation
And that came before his
as
era.
GOAT before Kareem. And that's what I've been
Yes, it is.
saying
What
for
are you
years.
talking about? What are you talking
Because
about?
Kareem got 6 championships. I don't care this how you fancy it up. 6 championships is 6 championships. But Kareem been to more finals.
about
So
eras.
I'm giving
I'm talking about
Kareem.
eras.
I'm giving
Listen,
Kareem
Yo, when
more
we talk about
credit.
music, when we say eras, right? When we
listen,
talk about
We talk about music. Keep it basketball.
When we,
Keep it
so
basketball.
When we talk about,
Listen,
wait, hold on, Joel. Hold on. We
let me
talk
talk,
about
let me talk.
when I say Jordan era. What is Jordan's era? When I say Jordan's era, is Jordan's
We
era?
don't know.
80,
We don't-
wait,
you
hold on.
tell
Is
us.
Jordan's era
He started?
82?
Tell us.
Nah, 84
Is Jordan era 81?
Nah.
So I'm specifically talking about Jordan's era.
That's when he
From when
started,
Jordan
Jordan
came in the league to the Jordan retired.
That's his
Did
era.
anybody in that window?
Magic,
No,
but Magic retired.
Did anybody in that window from when Jordan came in the league to when Jordan retired win more championships?
When Magic, before Magic
I'm not talking
retired,
about
he
before.
did. No,
I said in the
'cause
window
Magic
when
stopped
Jordan
playing.
came
Look,
in.
In the window.
I said win more.
Nah, I said
I'm not
that.
talking about what they did before he came in the league. Before he came in the league, those rings you got before he came in the league is not his era. That's not his era. I said when Jordan's era
I'm
is.
talking about during Jordan's era, Magic Johnson
Let's just be clear.
had
Wait,
more
hold on.
rings
No.
when he
Say
retired.
more. You
Can we,
wanna
Right.
say more.
hold on. Let's just be clear, because until we be clear about era, then we can't go no further. Is Jordan era from when he came into the league to when he retired? Is that his era?
That's his era.
So right now is this Jordan's era right now?
No.
Okay, it's 82. It's 82 Jordan's era.
No.
It's 82 Jordan's era. No, 82 is not Jordan's era. So Jordan's era is from 84 to 2003, correct? So from 84 to 2003, did anybody obtain any more rings than Jordan? Did anybody put the NBA best record up other than Jordan?
That's the same thing with Kareem.
Jordan is the
then.
best scorer. Did anybody score more points during that time period? Did anybody get more scoring titles than Jordan?
That applies to
During his
Kareem.
era. During his era.
I mean,
That applies to Kareem too. Then
like I
They
said,
do apply. So I'm saying,
Yeah,
you go
that's
back to
why Kareem
Kareem's
was the
era,
GOAT. I
if
said-
you go- it's good.
Who
If
you
you tell
said
me,
LeBron's the
look,
GOAT? Who's the GOAT?
no,
Kareem
wait,
was-
hold on,
No, I said
hold on.
now.
Wait, what
Now,
I'm saying
now.
is, if you're telling me that Kareem is the GOAT in his era, okay, cool. But I'm saying is in Jordan era,
Look,
Jordan was
yeah,
the GOAT,
watch
right?
this.
So I'm saying like when you look at
Important
LeBron, well, I'm saying this is what LeBron checking his era. I'm just talking about LeBron's era. I'm not talking about Kareem. Not talking about.
But Jordan
I'm
don't
not
even check the
talking-
box
I'm
for his
talking about
era.
Jordan. I'm saying look,
because
LeBron,
when
Jordan
when
had-
Kareem was playing, Magic had a better. Listen, when Magic retired, he won more on Jordan watch.
that
Jordan
don't
did not
count
win
for-
more than Magic.
I said
Let me
Jordan's
say this.
era. If you talk about Magic era,
Hold up.
if you talk about Magic era,
Yeah,
that's
Magic
Magic era.
era.
I'm talking about Jordan's era.
But-
Jordan's from when he came into
People
it,
can-
nobody.
He got it because Magic retired.
let me say this.
No,
Let me
I'm
say-
saying though,
let
it
me
don't
say
matter.
this.
That's Jordan's era.
I'm saying I'll say this. If we lay everybody out on a sheet,
Just
all
errors.
the statistics, the error, this, that, and other thing, I will say Jordan earned the title of greatest of all time.
I agree. Let's go back- let's go
I'll
back
say
to,
this. But I'll
Jordan.
say this: if I was magically had all the players all together, all the errors all together, and I was starting the team, and you got the first pick. Let me just ask, give me a name, and we'll move on. If you had all the players, all the errors, all together in their prime, and say, okay, I'm starting the team. Your first pick would be who?
My first pick.
You're on the clock, just like in the draft.
I don't know, man.
Oh, see, you.
Cause I could pick any of
next,
them.
Next,
Like you can't. There's no wrong answer.
next.
I'm going Bean, Kobe.
Okay. You.
MJ.
I'm going Magic Johnson. Because
Now-
he's the ultimate team player captain.
Now back to my point. Now look at this. Watch this now, right? You going Magic, right? So this is why I tell you cumulative stats don't mean nothing in the long end, right?
Yeah.
Because
That goes
when
for
I ask,
point titles too.
No, when I ask people who they picking at point guard, right? Did anybody mention Stockton?
No.
How do Stockton ever come up in top 10 or
Yeah,
top
all the time.
Yeah. No, I'm not talking about point. I'm talking about players of all time. Do Stockton
because
ever,
of championship.
have you ever heard anybody say
No, because
when
of
they-
championship.
Wait, hold on. Because we saying it's not about championship. Because if it's about
Wait,
championship,
who said that?
if it's about championship,
I'm
Bill
just trying to
Russell-
figure
hold
out
on.
what we talking
Okay, so
about,
look,
the GOAT.
so if we talk about championships, Bill Russell the GOAT.
Exactly, that's my point.
So LeBron's still not the GOAT.
Right? Who said it? Listen,
So
that's my
hold
point.
on, hold
So
on.
Jordan,
Wait,
if
yes.
LeBron's
So
not the
look,
GOAT, then
look,
Jordan's not the
look,
GOAT.
so
Okay,
look,
be cool.
So look, it don't matter. So we talk about champions, still Jordan's still over LeBron.
Okay.
Correct?
But Kareem
So,
is over.
stop.
Kareem
No,
is
we're not
over
talking about
Jordan.
Kareem. We're
Kareem
talking
is
about
over
your-
Jordan.
We're not talking about Kareem. We talking about your LeBron. You say LeBron the GOAT. And we talking
Right.
about championships, LeBron still is not the GOAT. Correct.
No, neither is
Oh, when
Jordan.
it comes to
Correct.
Jordan, right? So,
Okay, so
I'm
neither
saying
Jordan,
when you
LeBron
talk
the
about-
GOAT.
When you talk about LeBron and Jordan, his GOAT, right, and my GOAT, and we only talk about championships, right? Compared to those two, who's the GOAT?
No, there's no compared to. The
we
GOAT
talking that?
is the everything. What are you
No,
talking about?
no,
That's what the
no,
GOAT is.
we-
Mean like
we say-
not those two
then why
over
we talking
everybody.
about- so why
We're
we
not
talking-
comparing.
wait, hold on.
We're
So
not
why we
comparing
talking about Bill
LeBron.
Russell?
So we saying that right now. We're saying when you say the GOAT, you're saying this is who's leading the pack. And we can see just in that conversation that even in that, like you
Jordan-
said, there is no
LeBron
GOAT
wasn't
because
leading
you
the
would take
pack
Kobe.
during his era.
You would take Kobe.
LeBron wasn't leading the
I
pack
probably
other than
would.
being
If I
healthy.
think about it, I
Like
probably would take
Yo,
LeBron, right?
they-
But he would take Kobe. He said Magic, right?
Yeah, Magic.
You would take who? You take?
Braun.
You would take Braun?
Look,
So he would take Braun.
But LeBron
So-
wasn't leading the pack
so-
in his
so-
era because LeBron, nobody. There's a bunch of people who have more scoring titles. There's a bunch of people who
See-
have more rebounding titles.
Now, here my-
There's a bunch of people who have more assist titles. So you're the jack of all trades, but you're not great at none of them.
Look, you're not great
You're
at
not
Think
good at
about
none of
this.
them.
You don't have all these scoring titles. Like you don't have as many scoring titles as Kevin Durant, right?
Right.
But you average for a career almost 27 points for your career, almost 8
And how much
rebounds,
did- and how
8
much-
assists for your career. Nobody did that in their career. Nobody got a career of 30,000 points. Well, Kareem.
Who you
Kareem the
talking
only
about?
one.
Kareem?
Yeah, Kareem.
Like-
Kareem,
but see,
30,000, 10 points, you know what I mean?
No,
But
those
now, LeBron is the all-time leading scorer. So people try to, like, down.
Because of health.
My thing is this.
Because of health.
LeBron is the
Yeah.
only
Not
player.
because he was
Think
better.
about it.
Not because he
Yo,
was-
hold
he
on, watch
was
this.
better. It's because of
Watch
health.
this, watch
Exactly,
this.
and
Wait,
when
hold
he
on, hold
does
on.
it,
You were healthier.
Watch this.
Hey, look, John
Yo,
Stockton is the
keep it
all-time
bu-
leader in
let's
assists
keep it a
because
buck.
of health.
Let's keep it a
That's
buck. Let's keep it a buck.
He's the all-time leader in steals. When you talk
All
about
right, hold on.
defense.
And he even
When you
knows
talk
the secret.
all right, listen.
After
When you talk
injuries,
about
he even knows the
defense,
secret to come back
right?
earlier.
But let me ask you a question. When you talk about defense, does John Stockton's name come up when they talk about all-time
Well,
defenders?
you know what? The main
Does his
reason
name come
John
up?
Stockton.
So when you're being an all-time of anything, really don't mean nothing when it comes to these cumulative stats. Because that's what that's.
Everybody's gonna pick. He just picked LeBron. I might pick
but see,
LeBron.
No, I'm saying.
Right.
What I'm saying is, have you ever heard Stockton's name come up
No,
when people talk about
because-
all-time defenders?
Because he didn't win nothing.
Anybody,
No, we talking about
that
all-time
knows-
defenders. They got nothing to do with winning nothing.
No, they gotta
I'm talking
put
about-
together.
I'm talking about take
That's
the
like-
rings off the table.
Hold on.
Take the rings off the table.
Watch
and you
this.
talk about all-time defenders.
Watch
Let's-
this.
Let's take
And
Jordan.
Buck-
Hold on.
hold on.
Watch this.
Give Barkley
Let's
the
take
same
Jordan
career.
rings-
Hold on,
Let's
hold
take
on.
Jordan rings and
Watch
LeBron
this.
rings off the table.
Watch this.
Who's gonna be the best defender?
Watch it. Wait, hold on. Watch
Who's
this.
name gonna come up first? Jordan or LeBron's?
That makes no sense. Watch
No.
this.
Whose name is gonna come up first? Let's take the rings off the table. Whose name gonna come up first? Jordan or LeBron's when it comes to defense?
It depends who you
That's
ask.
close. That's close.
it ain't
That's a
close.
hard one.
It's not
Who you
close.
ask?
That's a
Yo,
close.
watch
That's not
this.
close.
I'm gonna prove a
LeBron's
point.
What I'm saying is,
I'm gonna prove a
LeBron
point
is healthy
right now.
So you gonna
Watch this.
accumulate stats, right?
No, you can't not
But,
watch
okay.
this. Rings make it. You gotta have both. Watch this. If Charles Barkley had the same exact career, right? Say all his stats is exactly the same, right? But say 2 playoff series that he lost, he won. He had championship. With Charles Barkley not probably being people's top 5 or whatever, a lot higher, maybe in GOAT conversation and stuff. Wouldn't he?
Yeah, because
Carmelo.
Because see, this is the thing
Carmelo,
about it.
like they would be way higher on somebody
They're
than
not,
if
because
they
they
had a
came up-
championship. If you got everything, LeBron had. You got to think about what LeBron. People don't understand. Think about this. The all-time leading scorer was never nothing to laugh at until LeBron was in reach. The whole time career.
Nobody laughed at
Hold
that.
on, let me say this. Kareem's entire Malcolm, you could be a bad witness in this. When Kareem set that record, people never even thought about it. People just thought that was like an untouchable record.
Yeah, exactly.
It was never a conversation about who could go break Kareem's scoring time
Because he
record.
played
It was
Right.
a conversation.
So hold on,
It wasn't-
the only time that conversation came up
no.
really, and people took it serious when people started seeing
No.
LeBron. They're like, hold
No.
on, man.
When Jordan-
if he do this,
No.
if he do that,
From day one, it was already out there. Jordan could break it. The reason why Jordan didn't break it because he retired
Bond
3 times.
Bond. That's
Right?
your fault. You
I'm not
broke
saying
it up.
that.
You want
He
to
didn't
talk?
have
No,
to.
hold on. My thing
He
is this.
accumulated
Look, watch
He
this.
played his whole career.
So
He
here,
played his whole
so
career.
here's
He
my
probably would've
point.
broke the record.
So here's my point about
So
Jordan.
what's
right?
the most important
Look,
thing?
I'm gonna tell you
What's
this.
the most
Look.
important thing then?
So this
Scoring?
This is why Jordan
When
get a
it comes to
knock.
basketball,
This
what's
is
the most
why.
important thing?
This is
It's
why.
health,
Hold on.
health.
This is why Jordan get a knock to me. Because when you talk about you a student of the game, right?
Right.
You talk about you the all time people try to paint you, and you my witness. To me. The GOAT would be Bill Russell because he won the most.
Okay,
And wait,
so
let me
we're not talking about those.
wait,
We're
let
not
me
talking about those
just
stats.
wait, let me just finish.
We're not talking
I'm
about
just
stats
saying,
then.
wait, let me
You
just
said
finish.
LeBron. You said
Let me just finish.
You said you're
Yeah,
going
don't finish,
LeBron.
don't
You
finish.
said you're going
But-
LeBron.
And you can attest to this. Before Michael Jordan, I'm bugging. Before Michael
Give it
Jordan,
the basketball.
before Michael Jordan, it was okay to play team basketball. Like it was like a killer. They wasn't promoting a killer instinct. They promote more than one person. They promoted
not true.
more than team.
Bird
I'm just
was a
saying.
killer.
When
Bird was considered a
we used to
killer.
hear
That's
back
not
in the
true.
days, like sometimes people try to like disrespect Scottie Pippen, but you heard back in the days, maybe like when Jordan era, you probably heard it less, but back in the day, it was Magic, Worthy, Cooper, Kareem. Yo, you got a problem when you
Bird
talk
was
about
considered
Showtime.
a killer, man. That's false narrative.
What I'm saying,
Those are false narratives. Bird was considered a killer.
So what I'm saying
What
is
are you
this.
talking about?
And
Was
we-
that Bird considered
no,
a killer?
nobody never called. You never heard of killer
They
to
say-
Jordan.
what
You know,
Bird
people
was
say
considered
no.
a killer.
You never heard the word killer until Michael
Yes, you
Jordan. I'm
did.
saying
Dudes-
to
they
Michael
got-
Jordan.
Yo, dudes got there. They say, yo,
No,
Bird
never heard
come,
it.
Bird
No,
come
Bird
to the
was
game.
No.
Bird come to the game.
I'm
say,
saying the
dropping
word
40,
killer.
drop
No,
40
I'm not
on dude's
saying
head
Bird to get
and walk.
buckets.
Jordan Bird,
Yo.
they got stories of Bird was an assassin. They said Bird was down
I'm not
there.
saying-
on,
no.
Rodeo
I'm not saying
Drive,
Bird to get
wherever-
buckets.
Wherever he was in California.
Yo, we saw
played
LeBron
a
score
pickup
20
game, went
Yo,
back to
I'm
the
not saying
NBA, dropped buckets, and
That's
went
not the
home.
NBA though.
Come
But
on.
That's not the NBA.
He won a three-point
I'm not saying.
contest.
I never said Bird
Bird
didn't
was
drop.
considered
No,
a killer. So
I
don't
never
say he
said
wasn't
Bird
mentioned
didn't
to Jordan.
get bucket. I'm saying is that
He was considered a killer.
No, I'm saying that the word killer instinct is only referred to Michael Jordan
Bird was
and
there.
Kobe Bryant.
No, Bird
you
was
never
there.
hear nobody else with a killer instinct
Bird.
but Michael Jordan. Now you want to say
Bird.
winners?
No,
Bird. I
no,
never.
I don't agree with that. I don't agree with
I
that.
never
Bird.
heard
Bird.
somebody say killer instinct word. When we hear killer
Okay.
instinct, they
Yeah.
always talk
When
about.
Bird got the ball, what was
Who-
it?
wait,
Yeah,
Danny
he's-
Tom.
he's-
Wait,
Hey.
when you hear killer instinct,
Hey,
no.
hold on,
Buckets.
Mel.
When
No,
Bird
hold
gets
on,
the ball,
Mel.
it's buckets.
Hold on, Mel. Now.
And I gotta get back to my point because he's not going to.
Everybody associates the killer instinct and the highly competitiveness to Jordan because he was so over the top with it. Everything he did, he competed just balls
And
to the
who
wall.
else? Who else to compare to that like
Wait,
that?
okay.
He did GOAT stuff on every level.
But wait a minute though. You could go back. You go back through history. Bird wasn't. Bird was known. He may not been publicized, but Bird was known, especially amongst his peers. This white boy is. This dude's insane. He just.
Oh no, I'm not disagreeing with that.
He's an assassin.
But people
He's
say that
an
about
assassin.
people.
He's
Yo,
an assassin.
playing to that. Yo, I
He
got.
know that too.
But listen, I'm not disagreeing.
bust
But
your ass
when
tonight.
players say
That's
this,
what he would do.
if you look at today, the younger players today, I can bring up videos right now when they saying that against LeBron. I can bring up plays where people say that against Kobe. My point is, here's my only thing, and this is what I want to make clear real quick, right? And what to me, Jordan get a knock, right? Because when you saying you a student in the game, when you saying you have a high IQ, right? You cannot quit after 6 championships and act like you did something and you the all-time winner. Let me tell you why. Because the last championship was in '98, right?
Right.
So that could have been 99.
Let me ask you something.
Hold on, let me say, hold on.
Let me ask you
99.
a
Hold
question.
on, hold on, listen. So it could have been 99, 2000, 2001, 2002, 2003, right? That you could have kept playing, right? And you take away the first retirement.
Wait a
So that's 5. So right now, Jordan gave up 6.5 years where he could have been competing for the all-time
And still
champion.
got
Wait,
more
wait,
rings
wait,
than
wait, wait.
LeBron.
No, we ain't talking about LeBron. He got more
would've
rings than a
broke
lot of
Kareem's
players.
record.
Kareem got more. Hold on.
He probably
Hold on. Kareem got more wins than LeBron.
Let me ask you something.
Let me just finish this one part out. Kareem got more wins than LeBron. But my thing is this. Kareem was not afraid to keep playing once he stopped playing with Oscar. He wasn't afraid to keep playing. Michael Jordan was afraid to not keep playing without Scottie Pippen and Phil Jackson. Because he said if they would have came back he would have won. My thing is this: if Jordan, you so-called a GOAT, you should be able to win with anybody. You cannot cut your career short and then get mad when people prolong you. If you want to say career stats or whatever, it doesn't matter because you don't have the most championships. So you're not the GOAT of winning championships because Kareem got championships. So what makes you the GOAT? Only people opinion because they like your style. So that's what I'm saying. So what I'm saying is this: truthfully, there's no GOAT. So for me,
which is what I said from
you
day
have
one.
to start. If you want to have the conversation, it will have to start with Bill Russell and Kareem and
You keep going
Jabbar.
by everybody other than LeBron. So everything you keep saying is Jordan is still over LeBron.
No.
He went through that whole diatribe to prove that Jordan still got more. Yes.
I deny.
Look, he just said championships. He just told me Bill Russell to go because of championships and Kareem is to go because of championships, which still makes Jordan the GOAT over LeBron. So no matter how you
Kareem to go to LeBron then.
Okay, so no matter how you so my point is
that means Kareem would be the GOAT. But it's not just championships. That's the point.
You just said if you just focus on championships.
Right. Right.
So let's just
focus LeBron or Jordan is the GOAT.
No, wait. Let's just focus on. He said let's just focus on championships.
So LeBron or Kobe? I mean LeBron.
He said let's just focus.
Let me ask you a question.
Okay, I'm gonna say this last thing we go, right? He said let's just focus on championships.
Right.
So if we just focus on championships, don't say nothing else.
Right.
We just focus on championships. LeBron still right, but
Right.
Jordan's still the GOAT over LeBron.
No, he no go over
we
nobody.
Just said championship. No, you can't change the rules.
You see how he tried to fix
He
that?
changed it.
Go
Hold
over
on.
LeBron. Kareem is to go to
We talking about two
LeBron.
players.
Bill Russell
He
to go
said
to
about-
LeBron.
Right. He said
Kobe to
championship.
go to LeBron.
Right. So if you talk
Like
about
Duncan to go to
right.
LeBron.
So
Is that the case? No, but that's not what the key
You
is.
just
Not.
said we just took championships.
Well, wait a
so
minute.
if you
I was
still
giving an example.
So,
I was
right.
giving an example. Right.
So based on his
Okay.
championship,
Okay.
based on his championship theory, Braun is still behind Jordan. Can we just say yes and
No,
stop
no
playing
behind
games?
Jordan. Neither
No,
one of them are the
no,
GOAT.
Wait, no.
There's only one GOAT.
No,
There's only one GOAT.
No, he said it's based off.
Look,
He said
let me
based
hear a
off
question,
the
though.
championships. It's LeBron is still behind Jordan. Is that correct?
There's
Can
only
we
one.
get
No,
more?
we talking about the GOAT. There's
He said
only
it
one
was a championship,
GOAT.
Right.
That doesn't matter.
But-
It
but
just like how good they are.
LeBron or Jordan is not the GOAT.
Okay, but Jordan is to go over LeBron, correct?
There's no Joe over LeBron.
Let me ask you this.
Okay.
Let me ask you
You
this.
tell me Bill Russell to go over Jordan and Jordan to go over LeBron.
Because he has
Let me ask you
11.
this.
Yeah,
Let me ask you
exactly.
that.
It's like basically
Okay.
the same. If only if there was here you go.
What's his name? Big shot. Robert
Horry. Yeah.
Robert Horry.
Uh-huh.
How many does Robert Horry have?
He got 7.
7 or 8?
He got 7.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Now, would you ever consider him the greatest of all time?
That's my point.
Wait a minute,
He's
wait
better
a
than
minute,
LeBron and Jordan.
Wait a minute. So,
Yeah,
with
he
that
got
being
rings.
said,
He got rings.
With that being said, if Jordan didn't have any rings, with what he's done, we know basketball. We see, I see with my own eyes. We know basketball. Would you not at least still consider him in that conversation as the greatest of all times?
And I think I got no championship.
No, without
To me, without championship, he's Melo, he's T-Mac, he's James Harden, he's all these dudes. They do that all the time. They've been doing that their whole career.
So that's the
He's
same
getting
thing
buckets.
LeBron. That's the same thing LeBron. Then.
Right, so that's what I'm saying.
Nah, that
Everything
don't make no
matters.
sense.
That's what I'm saying.
But-
Everything, championships,
Nah,
stats,
only wasn't no focal
everything,
point.
everything
We're talking about
matters.
players with a focal point. We're not talking about role players.
Let me ask you a question.
we're not talking role
No,
players.
we talking championships.
Robert Horry was a role player.
What I'm saying
I got a
is-
question.
Oh, after him, you get the
All right.
question.
But what I'm saying is, I'm asking that question
Okay.
with what you know about basketball and watching Jordan, not just in the finals,
I like Jordan.
his career, game after game after game, night after night after night after night after night after night, doing what he did.
Yeah. I would say he's
wait
a
minute.
monster.
When everybody this side of Mars knew Jordan was going to have the ball at the end of the game, and he still came through night after night after night after night after night. After he finally got over the hump, whooping down Detroit, and finally figured out, hey, I got to be physical as well as finesse.
Listen, I love.
It even had nothing to do with being physical.
Like I said before, if I had a choice to pick all the players in the world and start with one player, I would pick Magic Johnson over Jordan. But when it comes to the GOAT, I'm still gonna give it to Jordan first.
Okay. Now,
All right, here's my question.
That's cool.
So okay,
I respect that.
You
Yeah,
told me if Jordan had no championships, you'd consider him as like a Harden or like a Melo or something, right?
What I mean, as far as like how we would view him because he didn't win. But
Okay, so
wait.
okay.
So I would give Jordan more credit than Harden them because Jordan was, even though they was
But
salesmen.
you wouldn't consider him like anywhere.
Even though he
would
was
you consider
salesman,
him-
hold up.
Okay.
Even though it was salesman, he was guarded. I still give Jordan credit for playing defense.
But then LeBron
on the defensive.
How
Because I'm
much
gonna give
rings
it a
does
buck.
LeBron have? Wait,
Because we.
I'm a question.
Go ahead.
How much rings does LeBron have?
He has 4.
4?
Yeah. So I would say this. I would say Jordan would have been great regardless. I would say Jordan was a great player.
Okay, so let's take away.
So if Jordan had
I have
no
a
rings,
question.
I still would say Jordan was great. And if he had a championship,
So-
I would be like he would be in the
So
great
let's
GOAT.
take away-
I would say,
Okay,
hold on.
if
I would
you're
say he's in the
admitting-
GOAT
wait, I'm
conversation.
not finished,
Just
I'm
the
not
way he's
finished, I'm
playing
not
right now. If he had no championships and his career was the way his career, I would say if he had some championships, he would be in the GOAT conversation. Because
okay.
Jordan is in the GOAT conversation.
Okay, let me finish.
The problem that I have, I just feel like they make it seem like he's leaps and bounds above everybody else. It's not a personal thing about LeBron, but what happened was when LeBron was so close in so many different things, a lot of people took it personal. So that now
wasn't
it's like
close.
Yeah, I got
it now
one more
becomes
question. I got one more
becomes
question.
a
I got
Jordan
one more
LeBron thing. But the truth is,
Here, I got one more question.
go ahead.
Okay. If you're
And then
admitting,
we're gonna wrap it up in a couple minutes.
If you're saying that without the rings, you're not viewed as like even the GOAT, or maybe not even too close to the GOAT, then if you're admitting that the lower the rings you have, then you're not viewed better. Like, for example, how much, like, there are some people that have like mad rings, so they're viewed as like one of the higher players.
Right.
You're saying that if you have lower rings, they're visited at maybe like the middle to the lower players, right?
well, yeah,
So okay, so how can LeBron be better than MJ if MJ has more rings?
because just like MJ, right? When MJ came into the league, Magic had more rings at one time. Or Bill Russell. Let's say when he retired, Bill Russell had more rings than Jordan. Bill Russell is a career 15 and 22 rebounds a game, which is monster.
Okay, but
And hold on,
talking about Jordan's era.
wait. So listen.
LeBron and MJ.
Right. So we're you asking about. So the reason why
gotta
I'm
go
saying
back to
that.
these guys
no,
because
the reason why because
LeBron don't stand a chance.
you asked me because you said how can somebody be better without rings? Some people consider Jordan the GOAT, but he got less rings than Bill Russell. So it's the same thing with LeBron. When you telling me LeBron played 20 years and you averaging for your career 27 points, you the all-time leading scorer, you get over 10,000 rebounds, you get over 10,000 assists, you lead the playoffs in points, rebounds, assists, block shots, probably steals and everything. Yes, I'm putting you in the GOAT
Yes, you've been healthy
conversation.
your entire
And you
career.
got 4 championships,
Yes, you've been
4
healthy your
finals
entire career.
MVPs,
Yes, you've been
4
healthy.
league MVPs.
Yes, you've
Like,
been
come
healthy.
on.
You've been healthy your entire career. Just
A
like
bunch of
Stockton.
triple doubles, a bunch of double doubles. Like what more?
did
Think about it.
You did nothing.
Think about it.
Wait, hold on.
Look, he might only have 1 scoring title, but he got an assist title as well. Like how many
One.
more boxes do you have
And
to check?
Westbrook got
How
2
about
scoring
this?
titles and
How
2
about
assist
this?
titles.
But
And that's
overall-
during LeBron's legacy. So now
listen,
LeBron
But
is
the
not
overall.
So
Listen,
Westbrook
listen,
could be
listen.
30, 10, and
Listen
10.
for one
Westbrook could be 30, 10, and 10. That's all during LeBron's era.
Hold on.
That's
But-
all
but-
during
but-
Westbrook numbers could be the
listen,
same as
listen,
LeBron.
listen,
Let me jump in.
Okay.
And then he's Malcolm next. Go ahead.
Now I had a brain fart. I forgot what I
Okay.
was
All right, go ahead,
saying.
Malcolm.
Now, you remember what we're arguing here is all conjecture, meaning that it's all
Right.
opinions. Because to be totally
No, facts,
honest,
you're right.
if you look at Wilt Chamberlain, there has never been anybody that done what he did.
That's what I'm saying, but
100
because he don't have the rings.
100 points in the game. He averaged 50 points and 20 rebounds for the season.
But this goes-
Nobody's ever
Because
even
let's say,
come
hold on,
close to that.
Joel. But this is what my
I'm
point.
talking about errors.
Hold on,
I'm
hold on,
talking
but
about
here's my
errors.
point about that though. Because I mean, if y'all
I'm
need to
talking
get the
about
video,
errors.
right? That's
I'm
what
not
I'm trying to say
talking
about IQ is underestimated in basketball.
Yeah.
Because Wilt Chamberlain said it out his mouth. He said, listen, you give me those same team and you replace me with Bill Russell, we do not win 11 championships. He said, I was not that type of player
That's tongue in
because
cheek.
I was selfish.
That's tongue in cheek.
I
But let me just say
He
this.
said I was
though.
selfish. Now,
Okay,
okay.
how about this? How can MJ be better than LeBron? I mean, yeah. How can LeBron be better than MJ? Because think about this. LeBron has less rings than MJ. MJ lost so much of his career by retiring 3 different times, and LeBron played more than him because he was one of the healthiest players, and after injuries, he came back about 1 to 2 weeks later. So how could LeBron be better than MJ if LeBron was like there longer? He had less injuries, and his seasons were longer.
And that's my.
Well,
that's
here's the
my,
thing: you got to
this is my
understand.
point. This
Well,
is
you
my
got to
point
understand this because a lot of times, right, when we talk about basketball, right, we always shine a light on everything that LeBron does, right? We try to make it seem like Jordan like does everything. Like we don't shine a light on the times where
He does
the
everything.
team saves Michael Jordan. Or the times where I'm talking about series, they be like, Michael Jordan, no game 7.
Everybody gets saved.
No game 7s. But no, everybody gets saved, but nobody talk about that. If it wasn't for Scottie Pippen in that game 6 against Portland, they probably don't win that game. But people don't overlook that. They don't be like Pippen saved Jordan. So a lot of this stuff, it's just all about
Pippen didn't
narrative.
save Jordan.
What I'm saying is this: Jordan is the GOAT of narrative. And what I want to do is this, and man, whether I agree with you or not,
Wait, but Kyrie saved LeBron. Kyrie
so
saved
this is what I want to do.
2016 finals.
This is what I'm gonna do.
Didn't Kyrie get that last winning point? Didn't Kyrie get that
No,
last
but
winning
that's what I'm trying to show you. Watch
Kyrie
this.
saved
They
LeBron.
should listen.
It's
But
the same way
that's my point.
Scottie
No.
Pippen saved MJ
Right.
the same way Kyrie saved LeBron.
No, that's my point. Like everybody needs help, but I'm just saying this.
That's not what I'm talking
No,
about.
what I'm saying
That
is this.
wasn't my point.
A lot of times when we talk about Jordan, like he just said, like, yeah, man, the game on the line. No, Jordan wasn't the only one doing that. There were plenty of times when Jordan, that's like LeBron was the only one doing that. But it gets magnified. But what I want to do is this. I want to leave everybody with their final comment. I ain't gonna make a final comment. I'm gonna leave y'all final comments out there. And I'm just gonna close the show out, but I'm gonna leave y'all with y'all final.
This is my final comment
on everything.
My final comment is I'm going by eras. I'm not judging LeBron and Michael Jordan era. I'm not judging Jordan and Magic era. I'm judging, when I say GOAT, I want to know, did you stand out and shine above all during your era? To me, your era is when you come into the league to when you leave. Jordan checked all those boxes. He had the most rings during his era. I'm not talking about nobody else's era. From when he came in the league to when he left, he had the most rings. Nobody won more in that 16 or 19 year than Jordan. That era, that's Jordan's era. Nobody had a better record in the NBA than Jordan. Nobody had more scoring titles than Jordan. Nobody had more we want to talk finals MVPs than Jordan. No more MVPs than Jordan. More this than Jordan. That's Jordan's era. If we want to go back to Magic era, Magic had more championships. Magic played on loaded teams, but dudes had more.
Magic is a pass first. See how you do that?
Hold on, no.
You go from Jordan to Magic and
I'm saying everybody play. I'm talking about eras. I'm talking about if we going by eras.
But look what people do.
Hold on, we're going by eras, right? We're going by eras, right? Magic is great, right? But did Magic have the best record ever during his era?
Yes.
Okay, that's
Kareem
a check.
and Magic, yes.
Right, exactly. That's my point. So he had the best record ever until
Kareem
Jordan
did.
beat it in his
Kareem
era,
had.
right? So was Kareem?
Yeah, Kareem was on that
Magic
team.
there?
Yeah.
Okay, so that's I'm
So
talking
that's
about
check
Magic
for
era,
Kareem.
right? So Magic era check. He had the most. The Magic.
No, Kareem had the most.
What do you mean?
And Magic era, Kareem had the most.
No, I'm saying Magic and Kareem is.
No,
I'm
but
talking-
Kareem had one because he won one before
But Kareem
Magic.
era is different than Magic. I'm just
But he
talking
was
about when
playing
Magic
with
came.
Magic. No, but he was like off your logic.
I'm not talking about.
He
I'm
was
talking
still
about-
playing, and when he retired, Magic was there.
Right.
So Kareem gets the edge.
When Kareem, I'm talking about Magic right now. When Magic came in the league.
Okay.
To when Magic retired. Did anybody have a better record than Magic?
No.
No, right?
No.
All right, now that's one thing. What is Magic?
That's your
known-
narrative,
Hold on,
better
all right,
record.
That's my narrative.
What are you talking about?
I'm telling
You
you.
said
Let
you
me finish my narrative.
Come on, man.
Let me finish my
That's a
narrative.
narrative.
Let me finish my narrative.
Finish.
Okay. What is Magic known for? Okay. Did anybody have more passing titles than Magic during his era?
Nope.
Yes.
No.
Stockton.
No. Stockton broke the record after Magic retired.
Stockton. No, but I'm saying during that era he had more assists than.
When they played at the same time,
He had more.
Magic led the league every year in assists.
Okay, so Magic
Then
got okay,
did-
cool. So
what I'm
Magic,
saying,
okay,
like-
so Magic got check record, check assist, the way he do, right?
Check titles.
All right, check titles, right? So then Magic dominated his era,
Yes, he did.
right?
Yes, he did.
Jordan dominated his era, right?
Yeah.
Okay, now let's go to LeBron's era. This is my last thing. Did LeBron have the best record ever in his era?
One before Golden State did.
No, his era is does LeBron? No, this is LeBron's era. We're not
No,
gonna play
that's
the
a record
game.
though.
No. Wait, hold on.
No.
Okay,
That's
so
your
wait,
narrative,
hold on.
though.
Yes, I'm
Okay,
going by
okay.
eras. I'm going by my
Okay,
narrative.
okay,
You
that's
said
your
final
narrative.
comments. I'm
That's
going
your
by
narrative.
great players in their era.
Okay, yeah.
Right? So I'm saying is, during LeBron's era, from when he came in the league to now, does LeBron have the best record ever in the league?
You said
In
ever?
the NBA season. Does he have the best record?
No.
No, the Warriors do.
Yeah.
Right.
In his era, what does LeBron do? What does LeBron do great?
Everything.
Wait, hold on. LeBron is a scorer, right?
Wait,
hold on.
You asked
He
the
said-
question or you
hold
was
on.
saying
Wait,
this?
hold on. Okay,
Nah,
wait, he
you
does
ask
everything. All right, he does
questions,
everything.
man.
All right, so look,
Exactly.
wait, hold on.
Points, rebounds,
Listen.
assists. You trying to
And
narrow it
LeBron-
down to
hold
fit
on.
Jordan's-
And LeBron's-
to
hold
fit
on,
Jordan's way Jordan
hold on,
do best.
no,
That's
I'm
what
not
they
talking-
do.
I just put Magic here. Magic checked the boxes, so I'm not doing it.
LeBron
because
checked
of
every
Jordan.
box.
No, I need to know. Does LeBron have the most?
Points,
No, hold
rebounds,
on. Hold on. Does LeBron have the most scoring titles in his era?
No.
Does LeBron have the most assists in his era? Okay,
He got the most points in his
have
era.
the most championships
He
in
got
his era.
the most points in his era.
Hold on.
That's not
Hold
every-
on.
that's not
Hold
every
on.
game
Does
plus
LeBron have the
LeBron?
most championships in his era? No.
No. So that means he
No.
didn't
So
dominate
only
his era. He didn't dominate his era.
only thing in his era that he dominated was with the most points. Everything else is somebody else in the category got more than LeBron.
So he
we
didn't
can't say
dominate
that.
his
We
era.
can't say that
Wait,
with Jordan.
See, I
You
get
talking
what
about
you're saying.
team? No,
Hold on.
a record's a team record. That's a team
I'm
record.
talking about eras.
No, that's a
Hold
team
on.
record, though.
So when Magic,
We talking about GOAT conversation.
You just said it, right?
He bringing a team
Hold
record.
on, wait, hold on.
Yo,
I just
come
broke
on,
it down.
man.
Hold on.
Come
I
on,
just
man.
broke it down. There's
And
only a
then
problem
Magic
when it gets to LeBron era. I just broke it down
I
with
said
Magic.
you saw Magic.
Look,
I said the
I'm
same.
not-
I said the same thing when he was talking about
You're
Magic.
rich.
Did I not?
You're rich. No,
Did
we
I
check-
not?
we check-
No,
we
I said
check Magic most
Kareem.
assists,
No,
right?
no.
We check most assists, Magic, right?
Yeah.
We check most rings, right? Okay, we check
Titles?
most best record, right? So Magic checked all those boxes.
But LeBron
MVP.
didn't.
Because
LeBron
Magic
LeBron
checked
didn't.
does
all those
everything.
boxes.
Look, that's the narrative. LeBron
Magic did
dominated
everything.
his
Did
era.
Magic do everything?
How could
Did Magic
LeBron?
do everything?
And watch this. LeBron
Did
already
Magic
watch
do
this.
everything?
No, but
Yeah,
listen,
well, did Magic
I got a
do
question.
everything?
And watch this.
I got a question. Wait,
No,
Watch
did
this.
Magic do everything?
Listen,
He
listen.
scored. He averaged 20 a game.
That's what I'm saying. He's
Yeah,
trying
so
to
you mean-
he's trying to put LeBron and
He
Jordan
did
back.
everything. He did.
No,
No,
you
come
can't
on,
put
keep
LeBron and
keep going it. Did Magic do everything? Just say yes. We don't got to sugarcoat.
Exactly.
Magic did everything.
What
So
you
we
mean
don't gotta-
Magic did everything? Is it Magic or is it team? We keep bouncing around.
I never said team.
You
I never said
compare
team.
you compare team
Listen,
records.
how about this?
What?
How about this?
I'm
How
just
can
that's
LeBron-
compared.
one.
No.
Yeah.
How? We
Listen,
took goals. You
listen,
compare
listen,
team records.
Listen, how
I
can-
gave my
how can
thing.
that?
Well,
How
These
can-
let him
players
rap the
dominated.
last part,
What they
bro.
did great, these players dominated in every category.
But you
LeBron
named the
falls
team
short.
sports.
LeBron scored.
You
It's
need
always
the
going to
team
be a team
category.
sport.
So
I'm
you
talking
start
about-
out saying you don't like individual awards in the team sports. But you talking about a GOAT
you said not
conversation,
winning. You said
and you
not
had
about-
GOATs. Your team record ain't no nothing to do with no GOATs.
No, because I said during that era, did Michael Jordan win the most?
Yep.
No, he didn't win the most.
During his era, did
Yes.
Michael Jordan
No,
win the
because-
most?
because
Did
we were-
during his era, when Michael Jordan came in the league to when he left, did he win the most?
Yes.
No.
Yes, there is
Only
era.
because Kareem
There-
retired.
No, I don't
Kareem
care.
won
He
more
said, you don't care about
because
retirement.
Jordan was in the
You said
league.
when he came
No, Jordan was in
You
the
said
league.
We don't care about
Watch this.
retirement.
When-
You said we don't
so-
care about
so watch
retirement.
this. Let me say it like
He
this
said
then.
from when Jordan came
Let me say
to
it like
when
this.
Jordan left, that 18 year, did anybody have more championships during that 18 years
So
than
check this
Jordan?
out.
Yes or
So-
no?
so check this out.
No.
So-
Then when Magic came in the league from
Okay.
70 to 90, 79 to
I want to get them to
to
finish
91. Did anybody have more rings than Magic during his era? No.
So here's why.
When
Exactly. So
LeBron
it's a
came in the
GOAT
league,
conversation.
so
Hold on,
LeBron
one
came in
thing,
the
one
league
thing. I'm
from
saying
when
one
he
thing.
came in the league to when he left. Does anybody have more championships than LeBron?
So
Yeah.
that's okay.
Kyrie the
So
same
watch
level.
this. Watch
Kyrie's on the
this.
same
Watch
level.
this.
Listen,
That's
so
wait.
you
Watch
gotta
this. Watch
be
this.
LeBron being the-
Watch this.
listen,
Watch this.
listen, listen,
Watch
listen,
this.
listen,
That's
listen,
hold on.
listen,
Wait,
listen,
wait, chill out.
Yeah, era. I'm talking about
I got one
dominate.
for you. I got one for
Dominate
you.
your era.
I got one for you.
Yeah, dominate your
How
era.
can-
Don't try to dominate
listen,
your era.
I remember what I'm gonna say. Watch
Listen,
this.
Don't
listen,
dominate
Watch
your
this.
era.
Listen,
Watch
listen,
this.
listen. How can LeBron be in the GOAT conversation if he did not dominate his era? But then how can you put LeBron in the GOAT conversation if he didn't dominate his era? But then you can't put Magic Johnson in the GOAT conversation if he dominated
No,
his
they're all
era.
in the GOAT conversation.
No, no. Michael Jordan and Magic Johnson, they can be in the GOAT conversation.
They dominate their era.
Exactly. But
So
then,
stop.
why
Watch this.
would LeBron
Wait,
be in
watch
the GOAT
this. Watch this.
conversation?
Watch
He
this.
did not dominate his
No,
era.
yes, he did dominate his era.
Who had the
He
best record
dominated.
in
Watch
the
this.
NBA?
Now watch this. Watch this. Now watch this.
He got the
Wait,
most
wait, hold on.
cumulative
Watch
points.
this. Watch
Yeah.
this.
He did not
Hold
dominate
on. Hold
his
on.
era.
So look,
He
watch
did
this.
not
Wait,
dominate his era.
yo. Watch
No,
this.
he did not.
Watch this. Watch this. So, if that's the case, we're gonna break it down West thing first, right?
Right.
Michael Jordan could never be the GOAT.
What do you mean?
Because when Kareem retired, right, Jordan was playing. And nobody had more championships than Kareem during Kareem's era, and Jordan was
We
in
talking
that.
about
No,
average.
hold
What
on,
you
hold on,
talking
hold up. Jordan could never be the GOAT because during Kareem's era, Jordan played and Jordan had no championships. Kareem had more championships than everybody, more scoring titles than
I don't go
anybody,
into other
more
people's
league
eras.
MVPs
That's
than
Kareem's
anybody,
era.
more finals MVPs than
What is
anybody.
Kareem's
No,
era?
hold up,
Jordan's
no.
era.
Jordan was in Kareem's era. And
No,
Jordan
no,
had 0 zip. So, based on what you're saying, Michael Jordan could never be the GOAT.
Over
and he
Kareem.
will always be in Kareem's
Okay.
shadow.
Okay,
And
cool.
who
What about LeBron?
Who was my argument before
you talking
LeBron
about?
was the GOAT? because of longevity,
No,
and
you
they got
said
the total
you said
package.
LeBron.
You said LeBron.
No, I said
Kareem.
no,
One time you brought up Kareem.
No,
is when
I
LeBron
said
gets
before
back to
Le-
Jordan.
wait, listen.
When we
I said
started the
bef-
conversation, you said LeBron at the gate. Did he not say
Y'all
LeBron
didn't even
at
hear
the
what I
gate?
just said,
You
man.
said LeBron. You
I'm
said
not
LeBron, but
disagreeing.
only thing
Listen.
You said, only other thing
We
you
didn't bring
said
up
was
Kareem until
Kareem
LeBron
was
got
the
back.
GOAT of his era.
I'm not-
Only thing you said was
Y'all
Kareem
not
was the
listening.
GOAT
No,
of his
listen.
era, but you
No,
said LeBron was
listen.
the GOAT the whole time.
Y'all didn't hear my-
That
wait,
was
listen.
your argument.
Y'all didn't hear my question.
I
My
heard your
question was, I said before LeBron. That's what I just said.
You never said before
Just
LeBron.
no,
You never
just,
said it was a GOAT
just
before
now was
LeBron.
the question. I said, who did I say was?
Why we going
No,
before
listen.
LeBron?
I said, who did I say was the GOAT before LeBron?
You ain't say nobody.
Yes, I. Yo,
You
who did I
never
say?
mentioned nobody
Hold
as
on,
a
watch
GOAT.
it.
You said LeBron was
Wait,
the
hold
GOAT
on.
from day one.
Wait, no, I did not. Wait, who did
That's
I?
one.
No, who did
That's
I?
one.
Because we gonna go back. Who did I say was the GOAT before LeBron? I've been saying this for years. Who did I say was the GOAT before LeBron? Kareem.
Right.
Kareem, right?
I asked him.
I always
I
said
asked you the
Kareem.
question.
So-
I said, who's the GOAT?
so what
You
I'm
said
saying is
LeBron.
this.
He never said Kareem.
So look, hold on.
He never said Kareem.
Yo, Kareem was my second player. My
I can
top.
hear the question in his voice. It did not sound confident. That did not
You
sound
didn't-
confident.
Yo, Rich.
So look,
When
so
I asked
look.
everybody who they
So
GOAT
look.
was, did he mention
So
Kareem
look.
at all?
Yeah.
No, you did
my
not.
top five
No,
was.
no. I asked you top five. We got off the top five. I said, who's
I
your
said
GOAT? You
LeBron now, but
No.
I said I had
He didn't say
Kareem
LeBron
first.
now. He
I said LeBron now.
He said LeBron.
We
He
gonna
didn't
watch
say
the
LeBron
video.
now.
We gonna run the tape. We gonna run the tape back. So I'm aiming like
I'm not
so
bringing these
look.
other dudes and other people's errors.
So
because
look,
the girls is
look,
different, the times is different.
My thing is
I'm
this:
talking
you
about
can't
your
say.
era. Did
Hold
you
up.
tell me your
Look, what's
era?
I'm saying though. Here's what I'm saying. You can't say you're not bringing other dudes in your era that was already in your era. Jordan was his the part. We can't. What's name? We ain't gonna forget this because here's my argument. My argument: they all are in the conversation for the GOAT. It all depends on how you want to spin it. They all got to spin that if you spin it correctly, you can get a narrative to make
Exactly.
it fit.
It's
To
all
make
a
it
matter
fit.
of
So
opinion.
truthfully, we at the end of the day, we all agree there's no true GOAT. There's no conversation. The problem that I have is that how the media, the GOAT, Jordan is the GOAT of the media, paint a narrative as if it's hands down Michael Jordan the GOAT. So that's my only argument. There's
I
no
don't think
hands
it's hands
down.
down.
To me, the only person who have an argument of hands down is Kareem. Because I
makes
gotta
no
look. Let me
sense.
tell you
What
why.
about
Wait,
Russell?
let me tell you
What
why.
about
Let me
Russell?
tell you. Let me tell you why.
What about
Because
Michael
wait.
Jackson? What about
Based on
Russell?
his narrative, Kareem won more during Bill Russell was in Kareem era. He did a lot of his winning before Kareem.
Yes, a lot.
Before
Yeah,
Kareem.
Majority of
So
it.
if you're talking about playing with Kareem, hold up. You play with Russell. You played in the era with Jordan. And you came
makes no
out,
sense.
hold up, based on his narrative, he came out and wiped everything clean.
No, he didn't.
Yes, he did.
Because that means Bill Russell
Yes,
was
he
part
did.
of Kareem's era. So Bill Russell was over him.
No, but Kareem
You
kept
just
playing.
said no.
Kareem
But-
kept
right.
playing.
So part of
Kareem kept playing.
Right. So you said we count Bill Russell era. So Bill Russell got 11 rings.
No, but when he retired.
Kareem played.
No, he
just
retired.
said no. He was still playing when Kareem got there.
Okay, let's
So
go with
wait,
that.
hold on.
Let's go
No,
with that.
Yeah, right.
Let's go with that.
So,
I'm with
look,
that.
You just said
I'm
that,
with
right?
that.
He just said that.
I'm
so,
with that.
So Kareem is not the GOAT.
So who is it?
You said Russell.
Okay.
So
we
that's
say,
still- so no
we
matter-
can say,
so no matter-
so based on his
Wait,
logic,
how about this?
based on his
Wait.
logic, Russell is a GOAT.
No, my
Wait,
logic
of
go.
course,
I ain't talking about his. I'm
wait.
talking about based
You
on
were
my
saying-
logic. No matter which path he go, Jordan is still over LeBron.
Okay.
Dad, how about
A
this?
lot of
my
people
logic.
is. Okay.
No, man, if we taking his
Okay.
logic, Jordan's
Okay.
still over LeBron.
Okay.
So you can't be over Jordan.
Okay,
That's
I
my
dis-
that's my only thing.
I disagree. His logic, I
No, that's
disagree.
your
but
logic, because you say you going by rings. So I'm saying no matter how you
Listen,
like,
listen.
Wait,
no
hold on.
matter- Look, if
We can end it there.
Listen.
If Russell's over Kareem,
We can end it there.
Jordan is over LeBron. Let's just be honest.
You-
Are we-
no.
are we-
Yo,
you
listen.
his logic.
That's what I'm saying, though.
You
Listen.
his logic. No, we're not changing the logic.
Let's end it
Based
right
on
there.
his logic,
Look.
Russell is over Kareem, correct?
Yes.
If you-
Jordan is over LeBron, correct?
Yes.
That's it.
No, see,
so that's what I'm talking
There's no
about.
what's it.
That's not what I'm talking about. That's your
there's-
logic.
That's the
Look,
end.
yo,
Yo,
you
Rich,
have-
but that's not just his
No.
logic.
What else is there to
You're
talk
either a
about?
GOAT or you're not.
No,
so we
that
talking
was
about
his
who played
logic.
in your era. There's no, he's no
And
GOAT.
Russell played in
I never,
Kareem's
yo,
era.
I never said,
You said Kareem is
no.
the era. You just said Kareem
I
is the
said
GOAT.
no. I said because
said your
Kareem.
first answer
no.
was Kareem was
I
the
said
GOAT.
because Kareem won the most during his
He
era.
did not, 'cause
Then
Russell
no,
played in his era.
no,
Wait a
no. What
minute,
I'm
wait a
saying,
minute.
no. You said
Time
win.
out,
I
time
said
out.
Kareem won the most.
Time out. Time out. Kareem was a rookie the year Bill Russell retired.
But he still played in
He
his
still
era.
played. That still count.
He
was in
retired
the
in
era.
69. Kareem came in.
Yeah, so it
Yeah,
still
he played in
count.
his era.
Yeah. So what I'm saying is this: if you based on what I'm saying, what he was saying before is that 1 year Bill Russell ain't win a championship, right? That like he didn't go out with a championship, so he didn't win a championship. So from Kareem coming into the league, He played with Bill Russell, either was the year. He played with Jordan, Magic, Bird, and Kareem got the most esteemed resume because he got more points than Jordan, more rebounds than Jordan, more assists than Jordan, just amount of championships than Jordan, been to more finals than Jordan. Like, you know what I'm saying? Jordan got all his rings with Scotty, you know, but Kareem got one with Oscar. So if you really look at it, the body of work, and like I said, we can end it with here's an argument. He make a great argument for Jordan. But I'm saying is that he's making an argument based on what Jordan does best. Like, you know what I mean? So we can always so we go right now and say who does best. Let's say over a 20-year span, who had the most 20, whatever. Nobody's gonna compare to LeBron. Over a 20-year span, who's able to do this?
Stop. Nobody's compared to what?
LeBron.
We talking points. Harden got more 40-point games, 50-point games, 60-point games. Are we talking about 60-point triple doubles?
I'm talking about
LeBron got more. Harden got more than that.
People drop scoring. People drop out. But LeBron is always in the mix. LeBron is always in the mix.
Being in the mix does not make you the GOAT. Make you the GOAT is you're the head over everybody.
It depends how you want to do it. You might say, listen.
Who got more triple doubles?
You can say like this.
Who got more scoring titles? Harden.
LeBron, look,
who got more?
What I'm saying is, you can get, look, I can say like this. So you can't try
no
to
matter how you can't try to put, LeBron
hold up.
Not dominate
you
his
can't
era.
try to, no, what I'm saying is this. No, I already proved he did. I already proved he did. When you 30,
more points,
30,
yes.
10, and 10, the most points in the playoffs, the most assists in the playoffs. What I'm saying is this. When you look at and we're going to wrap it up. When you look at the GOAT conversation, right? Mm-hmm. Anybody that we mentioned could fit in that conversation. But what people keep trying to do is go to whoever's strength they want to go to. I could go to LeBron's strength, which has been an all-around player for his career for that long, always in top 10 and 6.
That's a weakness.
Oh, no, it's not. That's a strength. Because he did doing it for his career. He's been winning. And what's his name?
The jack of all trades, but the master of none.
How you master none? You got 4 championships.
So does Curry.
How you got 4 championships?
So does Curry.
And Kareem got 6.
So does Curry.
That's what I'm saying. So
does Curry.
He does it all. He does.
No, but from LeBron
so at the end of the day,
so he mastered
so when you talk about
other than being healthy.
Other
than being healthy, he mastered that. Yes.
No, he mastered.
I give him credit for that.
He got the most points all the time.
I give him his credit.
He got the most points. So you got to score points to be. Just because you're healthy don't mean
that's
you score.
That's what you say.
No, because Kobe played. Hold up. Kobe played more years than LeBron. LeBron passed Kobe already.
He got the most
on less shots. Duncan played more years than LeBron. LeBron passed Duncan years ago.
What are you talking about?
Dirk played more years in the NBA. So being healthy doesn't mean you're going to get more points.
Yeah,
no matter what era. Wait, hold up. It doesn't.
We gave LeBron
no,
points.
That's what I'm saying though. Listen.
The points is irrelevant.
No, that's what I'm saying though.
We gave that to LeBron already.
I'm talking about overall though.
We said LeBron check. The most points check. The healthiest check.
The most points in the player.
Did you have the best record in the NBA? The best record ever in the NBA? No. You know who still checked that? Jordan still checked that.
Who averaged in finals?
Still checked that. Magic still checked that. So LeBron is lacking in certain things.
Who averaged a triple-double in the finals? The only one.
Jokic.
LeBron. Jokic hasn't no final yet.
Jokic.
LeBron hasn't no finals yet.
Jokic. He averaged triple doubles.
LeBron did that already. LeBron did that already.
Another record LeBron does not
own.
LeBron
did that.
LeBron does not own by himself.
No, it ain't over yet. It ain't over yet. Yeah, but so that's LeBron's record because the finals is over. So that's LeBron's record. Nobody done that. Just like somebody passed you. So hold up, right now.
So look, just give us a few days because he had 13-1 before. So he only needs one. He only needs 1 assist.
So you ain't jumping everybody because you got more scoring. We ain't doing that.
But look,
this is a great show, man.
Yeah, it's
I enjoy this, man. It's hot in here, man. Like, you know what I'm saying?
You gotta make it hot, man.
If you
don't make it hot, then we ain't doing our job, man. That's what it's all about, man. Just making it hot.
Yeah, man. So, I appreciate it, man, coming through. Malcolm, man, you already know. Mel, Rich. I appreciate y'all, man. Whoever tuned in, y'all got a treat on your hand for this, man. We're going to break it down. We're going to put it out there, man. And we're going to do this again, man. We're going to do this again because,
I can't wait
and let me end like this, man. Like, I have respect for everybody up here. We respect each other. So we can disagree with one another, man. Fact. And we don't take it extreme, man. Some of y'all fans may be going, too extreme, taking stuff personal, man.
Ain't nothing
personal. No, I'm throwing out there in the world, in the media world. And
everybody out there watching already knows that Hey, everybody's got an opinion.
Facts,
just like
man.
a butthole, and everybody already knows that I'm right and the rest of y'all just crazy.
Now we're gonna end it with there, yo. Mel from Queens Sports Talk, WGJS Radio, Our World Media Network. Let's go.
Time move here, Gary.
Talk about elevating the linker. Jermaine Griffin says, well, if Kobe can't do it, maybe it's my turn to take over. I'm the second leading scorer on this team.